Bright lights. Hello everyone, welcome to today's session of Skyllian Rogues Campaign 2 Arcana 12. Alright, did not mess it up. So, everybody's here, we are back. Without further ado, let us start with... Where did I miss this music? Hello everyone, welcome today with Ass, where we talk about the party ass and not mine. Go ahead, roll me D100s and I will flip a coin, see who goes.
I rolled preemptively.
I rolled a 69!
Nice.
We did it, guys. We did it.
This session's gonna be great.
And I rolled a 2. I
God,
will go first.
A5?
I did roll
Oh, there you go.
preemptively, but I can re-roll if you want.
That's okay, he'll just take that.
I rolled a 99, so
So
maybe you might
Artyom
be first.
will go first, followed by Ignis, and then J5. Alright! Put the music a little bit. And let me put on some smooth jazz. That's early up. Alright. So, Artyom. Oh shit, what happened to my notes? Why are you invisible? That's weird. Hey. Alright.
Very nice music, by the way.
Yes, I assume this is of your taste.
Correct.
Alright. So. Alright, so Artyom, question for you today is
Check's watch.
calm down, I'm looking at my notes. Jesus Christ. Alright. Question for you today is... Oh crap, I keep forgetting it. What was it? I had it just now.
When take your time.
Okay, I'll go with my backup. Oh shit, camera. Alright, okay.
So, Mr. Disembodied Voice, if you would like to forget anything, what would you forget?
Oi! I'm the one that does the question asking here, alright? Anyways. So, question for today is... If you were to... What's the word? If you're trying to do basically something that's really difficult, what is something that you would recall, or something that would help you to push you basically beyond your limit? Artyom.
Well, the answer is fairly obvious, after all. If I'm faced with a difficult task, I will remember why I am doing it. And if it is related to my profession, I have a large overarching goal I wish to accomplish. And I know that no one else can do it like I can. So that is my motivation.
Alright. So the motivation that pushes you forward changes depending on what you're currently doing, or is it just one same thing also?
Good question. Depends on the goal, I suppose. If I'm doing something at the moment, maybe I will seek inspiration from whatever comes after that. But usually, if something is incredibly difficult and related to my profession or my livelihood, I will focus on the
job, the task. Yeah. Alright, okay. Thank you very much, Artyom. Next,
You're welcome.
Ignis, what about you? What is something that pushes you forward? Lets you go beyond what you think you're capable?
In everything? Honestly, it does depend on the situation. But I guess like what I want at the end.
So whatever the goal is, so if you really want that food, you'll try your best to push you to get that food. It's a bit of a how do I say, kind of like very loosey goosey in terms of what motivates you. Is that it?
Yeah,
No one
that's
solid
about it.
things.
If I want it, I'll get it. I don't know. That's just how it is. Life doesn't have to be complicated. I want things. I'm gonna go get it. I'm an
True. I mean,
independent woman.
there's a difference between wanting to get it and needing to get it. There's a difference between I'm going to jump this ledge because I need to get to the other side, and I need to get to the other side of this ledge because my life, my family, everything depends on it. Is there nothing that pushes you beyond? Not just something you want, because you don't go 110% every single time, or do you?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on how much I want it. Like if I just want food, but I don't care what food I get, as long as food is fine, I'm not gonna work that hard about
Yeah,
it.
exactly. That's why I'm saying, do you have something that pushes you go beyond when you really, really want something? Is it just the goal, or is there some other things as well?
I don't know, and don't really think about it
That's the
that
point of
much.
today's show, Ignis.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. Because,
Alright.
I mean, it depends on the situation, like what Artyom said. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, maybe you have to be a bit more specific on the situation. Because, like, it could be anywhere from, like, I really want that pastry, that one last pastry in that bakery. And I really want my dad to live. That's a big scale there. And it's hard to say there's only one thing. One is hunger, or okay, not hunger, more like just want of an exclusive item. And another is wanting your parent to live. And I don't know, things that push you forward are different depending on situations.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Alright, thank you very much. Next, J5. What about you? What is something that motivates you day by day, pushes you?
Well, just like the other two has said, it depends. But mostly it would be the knowledge and the experience one would get if they overcome the challenges. But there are sometimes, as this unit recall, like when we were fighting those one of the deities back in the unending storm, where this unit pushed itself over the limit so that the rest of its the party will survive the encounter.
Hmm.
Where we had to basically try to destroy the idol, the Valor idol, was it?
I think so. Yeah, I think it was the Valor one.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So it depends. If it's not life threatening, it would be the knowledge. If we overcome that challenge, but if it is life threatening, it would be because of the lives of the people that this unit care about.
Alright. No, that's fair. But in terms of knowledge, why do you really go for it? Because knowledge seems like if you can't get it today, you can just wait and then you'll get it in the future. Especially since you're a Warforged, there's no really rush to get anything, no?
Well, sometimes there are things that can only be obtained at the right moment and at the right time. For example, the knowledge in within the arcs. Who knows what happened if somebody else has completed the arc? Maybe the knowledge is lost. Maybe the knowledge is no longer there. So that is why we have to rush certain things. Yes, you can always try to read books, but those are for the common knowledge, not for the more uh, hidden knowledge of the world.
Alright. Thank you very much. And that is everybody in the party for now. Fortunately, Kane could not join us today. If you have any NPC you want to bring in and ask?
Their motivations? Vivian.
But
See, she's a
Vivian's
lie.
So, who?
Wait, what do you mean she's dead? We heard her. We heard her last
You
session.
heard her voice. Yeah.
Who else is our enemy?
Why
Hel-
not ask a friend? Like, why not your father?
I'm not sure. We could ask. Whose motivations are a bit gray?
Artyom.
Boing.
Go around accusing me of
What about let's ask your brother, friend Ignis.
I was just about to say, what about
yeah.
Jack? Yeah, let's go for Jack.
All right.
Because right now he has a choice, right? To remember his old self or not.
Yeah, although I feel like he made that choice. But yeah, let's call Jack.
All right. Let's pull in an image of him.
That you actually drew of being nice for once.
Actually nice. What? What is this? There you go. And oh, that's big. Smaller a little bit. A little bit more. There you go. And poof. There he stands. Stop. This is pre-hand regenerated fear slash Jack, but
Oh,
see.
you gotta update that. Yay!
Never mind. Oh, well, this is. I feel like I remember this place.
Have we actually called you? I don't think so.
Maybe it's in my dream. So, why have I been called here today?
To answer questions.
Okay. Easy
Um,
enough.
Question is, what's your motivation to do stuff? Like, what pushes you forward?
What pushes me forward? Oh, guess the one thing I'd say is to repay my debt. Can't just stop halfway or just give up here.
What
I
debt?
still have a debt to repay. People who took care of me when I was and looks at his right arm. Problematic.
I mean, when do you know that that is paid? When they tell you?
Does it need to be repaid?
You just said you
Yes.
can't die unless the debt is repaid.
Yeah.
So you just can't never ever die.
Yeah. Sounds about good.
But they're like elves, half elves, half elves. They live so long.
Hey, who knows? Maybe this motivation's so strong that I'll live surpassing elves. So ha!
Damn.
You did ask for something that will push me forward, right? This is it.
I got an idea.
Alright. Now if you'll excuse me, I need to disappear. And poof, he disappeared. What idea did you get, Ignis? That does not sound good.
It sounds vaguely threatening. What is your idea, Ignis?
How to get him to want memories back? Although it
Of
feels
course,
really
he's gonna use the typical, the standard Ignis mental manipulation. Got it.
Well, I didn't even use like words or spells like J5 does.
Spells?
Or even
Nah, I'm talking about
spells.
guilt tripping, my dude.
Whoa! That is my specialty thing.
Exactly. So, with that, thank you very
Give
much
it
for
another
coming and
minute.
watching. Stop here for now, and we'll resume back. We'll go back to reality and deal with that. What the
Well,
party is
okay.
dealing with right now. So, we're back, and let me just lower the volume here. Play this. Is it? Song.
Fighting song if I've ever heard one.
All right. So, as usual, I'm gonna
Is
start
that-
with
is that boss music.
last session. I need to open my Google Docs. There you go.
Yeah. We're all prone?
So,
oh no.
Last session, you guys continue your journey and arrived at Ferry, where you guys can hire a ship that takes you guys to Contacor. There, you guys found a mural that what you assume to be the Jade King in a lair underground. But due to time constraints, you guys had to leave for Flotan. When in Flotan, you guys figured that the Historical Arts Library of Flotan seemed to have some connection to the cult. And after some investigation, you guys found an underground room with the same mural of the Jade King. Looking around, you guys found a theory board that depicts many things in connection to the Jade King. One of them was the party ass, which apparently has 12 members. The original 7 plus 5 more. The party don't remember. So, right now, you dove under the beds to hide from the footsteps that was approaching the room. You hear a female voice call out, "Find them. They're not one of ours." Silenced. Then, you hear footsteps spread out across the rooms, some getting closer to your room. What do?
Getting closer to our room. We are still in Pasadena Trace, right?
You guys are hiding underneath some beds right now, if I recall correctly.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would just kind of in plain view of this, I had to look under.
And
It's
there's
problematic.
there's no other way other than going out of the room, which they will be out there.
Yep.
Also, this music is very loud on my
Let me
ear.
just lower this.
It's okay. I lowered it in this. Okay. I feel like we're trapped. I don't know how to go unless like somebody has a teleport. You guys are
Might have to-
wizards. How is it between 3 wizards we don't have a teleport?
Artyom?
I'm saying we should probably get up and confront them because they will find us eventually.
I don't know.
I
It
mean,
seems
wait,
like
I mean-
there's a lot of people out there. Can
We're
I
hiding
hear?
We're hiding under beds, for Pete's sake.
Is there only one way in and one way out?
Yep. One way in from this room and one way in from the whole underground chamber.
Can I hear how many people are there while we
Go
were
ahead, roll
hiding?
perception check.
I have dark vision, by the way.
Everybody has dark vision.
Yes, everybody does.
Hey, I rolled pretty
Yeah,
well.
yeah, no, I mean,
26. There's at least 10.
There's at least 10 outside. Do you really want to deal with them? 1, 2, 3,
Do
4.
we want
We're
to
only.
move? Do we want to run away?
you say you know these people, right?
No, we don't.
I mean, we recognize one voice, but it doesn't make sense that she's here. She's supposed to be dead. We should probably. We would like. I think it's best if we run away. Haley, you don't happen to know teleport?
Oh,
Okay.
I can make us invisible.
How
Yes,
many?
then what-
1. Well,
Oh.
if at higher level 3.
Oh, well, we have 5 people. Can you guys be invisible? I look at Artyom and J5.
Shakes his head.
Shakes my head.
Hmm.
How high is the ceiling again?
The ceiling of this room you are in is about maybe 10-12 feet. The main
Oh.
room is about 20 feet. So
Oh,
What if I hide above
yeah.
the
What if you
door?
stick on top
Yeah.
and then everybody else becomes invisible? We'll move together, pass without a trace, and just go way out. But then, somebody else, one more person needs to be invisible. Okay.
have that.
No.
Well, Kane is practically invisible anyway.
Invisible if he has some way to hide. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it's just standing in plain sight.
Or we could just stay here and hope for the best. No, I don't think so. I think okay. One person needs to go out there and distract them, and then somehow go out. And did I take out Chinchamaru because I don't see her here? I think I did. I guess I did not. So I can teleport with Chunchumaru if everything gets bad. I think you three, Haley, Artyom, and Kane, you can be invisible and try to crawl out of the place. J5 stick to the ceiling? Should we try and do that? I'll go and talk to them maybe. And if things get bad, I'll just, go out. Like, I'll teleport out maybe.
You see
Is
the
that-
guy kind of walk over in front of your beds.
Oh, it's already in.
No, we're
Yeah,
never!
I'm moving the tokens as you guys speak.
Oh
That's
no!
super cool.
Let
Yeah.
me
Moving it very
can I
slowly, but
attack to create an opening, or
Now! Well, I guess if you can stealth kill it.
I can't
But
stealth
then-
kill it.
But then there's like 3 more here. They're gonna scream in pain and stuff.
Yep. Let's do your plan. If that doesn't work, we find our way out. Come on.
Okay, let's go. Haley, let's go. 3 people, invisible. I'll just come out of here after everybody's invisible and J5 is up on the ceiling.
let
Well,
me
J5 is
see.
preparing to go out of the ceiling.
How should I go up in the ceiling? He's already in the room. I cannot move.
Okay, here's what I'm trying to
Have
do.
my question.
Invisibility. When you cast the spell, you can. A creature you touch
Yeah.
Shit!
can only make Ignis invisible.
Well, I don't want to.
Fighting.
I guess so. I'm gonna call Chunchumaru on them.
Tim's gonna
Wait,
swing at
no,
the guy's
everybody-
heels in front of him.
So Artyom, you're gonna swing.
Guess so. I mean, that's.
Well, it's
Alright,
too-
go ahead.
Wait,
Roll
so
an attack
are
with
we-
disadvantage.
Are we fighting or are we gonna
We're
run?
fighting. We're fighting.
You're fighting.
There's
Okay,
no-
so might as well. Let me
Do
just
Yeah.
add everybody to the initiative.
Are
And
we
you
going
guys
to make
get a
explosive
Do you want
surprise
that
round.
right? Smartly?
Oh, also, Besmirny.
Okay, I guess in my
Where
turn.
is
I will-
Besmirny?
No, in my turn I will pull him out.
Be with me.
Alright.
No,
Oh, right.
he's in the box.
He's
In
in
my
the
turn
box,
I can pull him out. Yeah.
He's in the
It is a
bucket.
box.
He's
Shit, right?
in
That's
the
an action.
I
box.
can't bring out Chunchumaru because it will hit everybody.
Alright, ready?
Damn it.
Alright, I can't
And-
see for some reason. I'll just edit my own senses, I guess.
Oh,
Give
yeah,
myself
yeah.
60
Yeah,
feet
just
dark
give
vision.
yourself the 60 feet dark vision, yeah. Let me just...
I forgot. I don't have
Combat.
that vision.
let me give you guys... the
No, I
vision.
don't have that vision.
Yeah, I'll give you...
Huh?
Oh,
Did you use
do
the...
it now.
Oh no, the bomb is currently what do you call
It's a
disguise cell.
disguising ring.
So you
Yeah.
guys don't
So
have
actually
dark
both of you do
vision.
not have dark vision.
I don't have that vision.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Haley as well then, huh?
And
It's
Oh,
gonna be
Just
fun.
no.
pitch black. Are they searching for people in pitch black?
They'll have torches on these
Yeah.
guys.
yeah,
But
it
the
should
lights
be
is
good.
only on the outside room. Not torches, I guess candles more apt.
Ah, okay, candle.
So the guys here are just searching in pitch black.
Candle, they have candles.
Okay, give me something.
Uh, 10, 5.
Wonderful. Okay.
Right, J5, Kane, I'll roll for Kane, Ignis, initiative.
Yeah.
I forgot. In it. We have to roll in it.
No, fine.
Alright, and let us begin.
They're all assassini. No. Wait.
really fighting.
So you guys have a surprise
Can we
round.
do? Oh, we have a surprise round.
He's just gonna. He's surprised, technically.
So are we really doing this?
What else do you want to do? We have no way out other than just,
J5, your
come out and talk
turn.
to
What
them.
do you do?
You can come out and talk
okay,
to
okay.
them. if you want
Can we
to.
discuss first?
Oh yeah, sure. And initiative to
I mean, okay,
discuss.
there are a lot of people out there. Why don't we take out whoever we can and try book it out of the area? You know?
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not just we're staying here and kill all of them. It's just anyone that is blocking our way, we either push them, kill them, or anything that we can do, and then just run.
Yeah. Fight and flight.
Yeah, fight and run. Okay. So I'm gonna go out and stand.
All right, so you climb out from under the bed and stand up.
and then as an action, I'm gonna I'm gonna bring up Besmertny.
And you pull Besmertny out. Dong, dong. Just a ball of robot basically just gets pulled out and just dropped on the floor. And these guys like turn around like, what the fuck is that?
Don't mess with the server!
This blades just comes out, you know. All right, that's it for you.
Destroyers.
Wait.
You could say we don't want any trouble.
That
but-
is my action, right? Okay, sorry, that is my action, right? Do I have enough? I have bonus. What can I do with my bonus? Bonus. These are actions.
Danger, Jackie Chan.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to get in trouble.
As a bonus section, I'm gonna. No, I need to rename this first. Let me rename this spell first.
I have not renamed it. I cannot use the spell.
Okay.
Should we like demand a parlay before we start swinging?
Yeah, I feel like we should.
Oh. Wait, but Besmertny is already out.
Oh yeah, but I mean,
Bit hard to parlay when the robot has like a bunch of blades ready to strike.
I feel like that makes it easier.
I beg to differ.
Either way, I'm gonna use this. Jetboot overdrive.
Okay, yeah.
So bonus action. So my boots are spewing flames right now, and then I'm gonna tell them, let us live in peace, and we don't want any trouble. And then that's the end of my turn.
All right. Next is this guy who is still surprised. Next.
So we're not
next,
attacking
next,
them? They're
next,
surprised. Shit.
Next.
And I
Theo,
feel like
what
we
do you
need
do?
to, just
can
for the
prepare.
purpose of- I mean, I can't really ready in action because
Wait.
multi-attack.
Wait.
Can I crawl over Kane?
Yeah, sure. You can walk through areas.
Oh, I don't have that prep. Okay.
You cannot take this action while the game is currently paused.
Ah.
Can I just crawl out here?
Yeah, go on.
Get up.
Can do.
Alright.
They can't do attack opportunity because they don't actually know I'm there.
They don't actually know, and they're surprised, so no reactions as well.
Nice.
I think.
Crop up
Alright.
and well, I mean, all I can do is fight. Are they in any way reacting to what?
Right now you can see they're surprised, and these guys are kind of like pulling out, daggers and shit. They have their weapons out already, so looks like they're getting ready to cast a spell of sorts.
I'm gonna stand here, and you see Artyom take this, what looks like a grenade, basically. He pulls it out, you see a bunch of like tiny wires wrapped around a cylinder, and as he tosses it in front of them, he kind of shields his eyes, and the cylinder explodes and sends all these tight wires just spinning around the grenades in a cone somehow. But
Whoa.
conjure these razor wires just
Okay, no.
I clicked on it. I don't know why it's not. Oh, everybody disappeared.
Oh no.
I think
You disconnect. No.
I think it broke Foundry, guys.
Let me show you. Conjure
still see you
Barrage.
guys.
Doesn't that require a weapon component or something?
A what component? Hang on, does it? It's just a piece of
Conjure
ammunition, right?
Does it conceal?
Uh,
That should be fine.
one piece of ammunition or a thrown weapon. Oh, that's all good.
Also,
I
I
have-
thought we're trying to parlay. Are you actually gonna?
Well, I mean, we can't let the opportunity go to, you know, strike first.
Yeah,
And
but
we can parlay after the fact. You know?
but they'll be in the very baddest position.
So like that,
They're
yeah.
already in a bad predisposition. I don't see anything. I refresh the page, but sure, yeah.
Okay,
So,
all right.
I don't know.
So yeah, it doesn't hit
happening
any of your
next thing.
allies. I'm gonna make all these guys roll dexterity saving throw.
I don't know if they get anything for being surprised if it's disadvantage or
I
not.
don't think so. Alright. So
Aina, can you roll for me one while I'm away?
I-
It's a 3d8.
only one succeeded, everyone else failed.
Sure. Or you can roll in Discord.
How do I do that?
Have
Exclamation
exclamation mark roll, and then 3d8
Let's go.
here. Oh, sorry. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, 17.
17.
17. Alright, so 17 points of damage onto this guy. And wait.
Might be half damage to others. Not sure.
Yeah, no, half damage would be.
To the one guy that's right?
Wait, what's 17? Half would be 8 points of damage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Round it down.
Alright. Let's go with. Okay. So this one takes 8 points of damage, and this guy dies.
Oh, I feel bad.
Yeah.
17 and it kills them. What?
As this razor wire just like spring out and strike at all these people. Some of them are torn to ribbons, blood splatters everywhere, and immediately you hear loud screams coming from the outside from the combat,
God
and
damn it.
from the bunch of people who got ripped to ribbons. That is the end. Anything else, Artyom?
There's one person alive still.
Yeah, these two are
Have-
alive.
There's two
Best
people
Mepney-
alive. Only one dead.
Have Besmethny walk up to the person. Okay, I'm back. Okay, cool.
Okay.
So I'll move like up here, and have Besmethny ready in action to hit this guy if he tries something.
Alright, okay. Haley.
Haley, stand up. Get out of the bed and stand up.
Haley's gonna roll over to the side, crawl out, stand next to the bed, and Haley is going to look at everybody, look at all the murdered people. She pulls out her hand.
Wait, why is
And-
Haley injured? We didn't take any damage before. Did you long rest Haley?
Don't know. No. She is going to raise her hand, getting ready for a spell, and say, "Look, really don't want to hurt you." And she's readying her spell, and when you can see a ball of flames is prepared in the
Oh,
at her
no.
palm.
Not in a closed space, no!
Cade is going to stand up and get ready. Ready in action. If the guy
Maybe I
does
should
anything
ready in
sus,
action.
we strike.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna ready in action, but I guess
Wish
not.
Ignis, what do you do?
Well, since they're doing this,
Hindsight.
I saw Artyom already killed a person. I guess I'm just gonna do the same. Oh, yes. 1, 2, 3. Oh shit. Oh shit, I can't end my turn on J5. I guess I'll just stand next to the bed. Get up and stand next to the bed.
Alright.
As an action, let's call for Tutumaru. Chunchumaru will appear here.
Alright.
So it shouldn't
Dexterity
get
saving.
anybody but the people. And I'll roll for damage. Well, it's only
10
if
feet?
they
10 feet or 5 feet?
10 feet
10 feet. So this guy as
of the
well.
spirit.
Where do you summon it? Right at the
Here.
door? Alright.
Yeah, right at the door. There you go, that's
No,
So
here,
both
here,
of them
here.
fail. The Chuchimaru
It's
appears
only
and
5 damage.
a
It's only
ball
5
a ball of
damage.
flame just like surrounds the area, and the guy and he dies.
Oh no!
No.
So wait, hold on! I still have my bonus action to command her to come to me.
All right.
Instead of-
Okay.
and,
We
and-
have a weird way of parleying.
Yeah, that's my turn.
And this guy takes 5 damage.
Here's the issue, right? I'm gonna
Well,
pull the.
technically, we already know they're gonna hurt us, so because we're not gonna be with them.
So
Wait, did I get a
Tough
soul? Did Anima say anything?
yes, you get another soul, although your charge is full. So you know.
I know. It's
You
not good.
hear-
It's not bad to overcharge.
Anima, are you happy?
Yeah. You've been so starved for so long, my friend.
This guy's gonna pull out a scimitar and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Getting ready. Next
Oh,
guy.
do not get out of that.
4, 5. Next guy.
I'm surprised.
Action disengage. 1, 2,
Wait,
3.
he's not surprised? Okay, I guess he was getting
Oh.
ready.
Well, if he's disengaging, but Martin's seeing that it's,
Yeah, you guys
it's
would
not-
immediately take, and Kate as well.
I'm gonna say non-lethal.
Sure, go
Oh.
Is it
ahead.
late? I press the button and nothing's happening. Oh no, it's there. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, 6 and 13 points of damage as this guy wants
Oh, no,
to run
that's-
away.
That's not tackle.
Oh, that's attack roll. Attack roll 13, barely hits. Go ahead, roll for damage.
Non-lethal. Huzzah.
10 points of damage. So 10 and 6 points of damage as he tries to run away. Both of you smack him in the back of the head, and he falls down.
Oh, damn.
And next is another guy. Forward.
Wait, but I thought he disengaged.
That's not attack opportunity. That's
Yeah,
just ready to
disengage
attack.
only stops attacks of opportunity.
Ah.
You guys okay in there? And
Oh.
J5.
Oh no, I can't move. There's a not dead person in front of me.
No,
You
just
can
move.
walk through allies, don't worry.
No, but
You can
look at my-
float.
look at my power jet over
Oh
there.
right, it deals damage.
Yeah, if I move next to a creature, so if I'm not moving, it's fine. But if I move next to him, he's gonna burn.
Everybody in the room's gonna burn.
What are
Actually,
you doing?
If I move, everyone's gonna burn.
That's not a good plan. Wait,
You
but
know
what
what?
if?
I
You
think I
just
did-
need to fly up. You just need to fly up
Yeah,
and
but
avoid
if I
us.
do that, Artyom, Besmerny, and Kane's gonna burn.
and Haley, and
Oh,
the
Haley,
beds.
where's Haley? Oh, Haley's on the bed.
Yeah.
And the
Can't you
bed is
fly
gonna
over?
burn as
You
well.
can
And the carpet is
dispel
gonna
it.
burn.
You can
The bookshelf is
dispel
gonna
it.
burn.
You can dispel it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think I'm gonna dispel.
Aww.
I'm gonna dispel it, and that's my
Man,
action.
a ring of bad decisions.
We're sorry.
I'm gonna bring up my cannon, both of my cannon.
Uh huh.
Where's my cannon? There you go.
Wait,
Okay. Have one on me.
All right.
Mount it on me. And the other one would be... who wants it? I guess would be on Kane then.
All right, Kane. So
Put it
2
on.
turrets, one on Artio, one's on J5, one's on
Yeah.
Kane.
And the turrets are protector turret. And
Protect
then
the
I'm gonna
turrets. All right.
bonus section, protect everyone.
All right. Go ahead. Roll your dice. I think everybody gets hit within 10 feet, right?
Yeah, within 10 feet, so
All
everybody
right.
gets it.
Everybody gets
Eight.
8 temporary hit points.
Wait,
Woo!
is that it? Protector is 1d8, yeah. Plus intelligence 5, yeah, that's right, that's right.
All right. Okay, so that's it for you.
Yep, that's it. Should I move forward though? I'm gonna move here.
All right. Okay. So you move on to the edge there. Not sure if you can see the people
Yeah,
outside.
I can't see.
Alright.
I
All
can't
right.
even turn my camera. There you go.
All right. Next is this guy over here is gonna go right there. This guy is going to move forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Putting himself there, and he begins to whisper. He begins to like kind of whisper, "Blade of the King, help us, your
Oh, no.
sons!" And you immediately see a sword appears at the center of the room,
Oh no, what's that?
Yeah, on Besmirtney?
in front of Besmer.
What's that?
You know what this is. Oh wait, I can't.
It's a
not
spiritual
here.
weapon.
Spiritual weapon. As a floating sword appears right here.
What's that sword?
There you go.
Spiritual weapon.
And well,
We need to move out. Do you guys want to go out? Because I can take people here.
I'm
What
gonna
here?
attack.
Wait, I
Who
can-
would it be?
Here.
I guess Artyom.
Attacking me?
Yes.
Hitting
Ye-
me? The
Hit
boy?
you.
The man? The myth? The Russian?
The rush.
Don't worry, you have plus 8.
Ah, natural 20.
Oh shit, wait, what?
Oh, that's unfortunate.
That's trying to figure out. So it is 1d8, yeah, because it's lowest level. The crit didn't roll because of the mod that I used. So should be 10 points of damage. Artyom.
You get only 2
Yep.
because you have
Also
plus 8.
contribution for
you have-
Arcanine? No, because I don't have
Oh.
Arcanine.
Alright, there you go.
You should be receiving only 2 damage because you have that 8 time, right?
Oh,
Yep.
Oh, you subtract my health.
Yeah, if you subtract, you will automatically subtract the
Okay.
temp
Yeah,
first.
no,
All good.
You did it for me. I was supposed to do it.
Yep.
As well. Okay.
Hey, you guys want to move forward or want to stay in here?
You're gonna run, right? How are we gonna stay here?
I don't know. We're not
fireball
moving.
bait in here, so
I would
Yeah.
suggest we pick up the guy that we knocked down and then interrogate him somewhere.
The guy that didn't die.
put him in a bag of holding.
And
okay.
this guy kind of walks forward, looks at who's the most threatening looking spellcaster. Ignis, wisdom saving throw.
Sure.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Artyom and me is here.
Shut up! Shut up!
Oh no. What did I roll?
32. All good.
22.
Nothing
I-
happens.
Sun
You
Tzu
feel-
once said,
You feel your kind of like your joints kind of freeze up for a moment, but you manage to push through it, and the moment it passes
It was
through,
gonna hold
it
person
doesn't
me.
hold.
Oh, this
guy's
is
gonna
low
move
level shit.
forward. Ready, and Artyom, what do you do?
okay, so to clarify, this thing will attack me if I leave its range, right?
Nope, it's not a creature.
The sword.
Nope.
Oh, okay. See, I always thought it does.
Yeah,
It's
and that's
spiritual
just not
weapon.
how we do it, at least.
Okay.
Spiritual weapon is not a creature. Attack
Yeah,
of
yeah.
degree must be from a creature.
I can't seem to move.
Oh, that's weird. WASD?
You can
I am like super out of sync, I think. But that's okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I can help you
who's
move then
holding
if
the
you want to go.
weapon? This guy over here, right?
Everybody's. What do you
Yeah.
mean, holding the weapon?
The spiritual weapon specifically.
Spiritual weapons on in the middle here. Oh, the one that's casting it is the guy back here.
Oh, okay. Can I move to the corpse of this person here?
Sure.
Right-
Yeah,
right
you can
of the
stand. You
sword?
can stand it. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't move myself. So can you please do it?
I'll move it for you. Don't worry. There you go.
Okay, and I'm gonna unleash another barrage. That's a lot of people in the way.
All right, go ahead.
So again, same thing.
Wire bomb.
Why?
Gotta do it. Gotta do it to him. If I could just make this work. Okay, it's working. It's working. Let's not jinx it now. Where's my wire bomb? Oh, there it is. Okay. I thought it was disappeared for a second. I guess same measure template. It's hitting all those guys.
All right.
There it is. So give me a dex save for like the person in front of me, this person, this person, this person, this person, this person.
So like this, yeah.
Yeah.
Dex save on all of y'all. One succeed. Hey. Go ahead, roll for damage.
Am I a war criminal? Roll 3D.
Don't think about it, man. Just let it go through.
Oh, that's pathetic.
8 points of damage. Oh no.
Actually pathetic. Okay. And command Besmertny to move up. And can he stand here on the other side?
Yes, he can. So I'm gonna move
so
him there.
Please do.
Let me deal damage first. So this guy over here takes 8 points of damage.
Con saving
no,
throw, sorry.
4 actually. Not dead. And then we got the others, who is just obliterated by your razor wire. But
like doing that body count, just go up like damn. No
one
mercy.
after the other, the other just bleeds all over.
Yes.
Look, Artyom holds Ignis to a higher standard than he holds himself.
Alright, Haley, see
so
you
yeah,
guys. Yep, sorry.
Just a couple of things. First, the concentration on the spiritual sword behind us should.
Oh, that it's not a concentration.
Oh, it's not? Okay.
Nope.
Second, Besmertny would attack this person here, I guess.
You're pointing at no one right now, so.
Oh, that's intriguing. Okay. I guess move him to the person. Right. The person he can hit right now, move him to the right 5 feet. And
right?
Yeah.
And attack the
Sorry.
weakened one.
Yeah, so.
Okay. Alright, so he's gonna go ahead, roll to hit, please.
Yeah, okay. I have to like pop into stream and out of stream. It's a whole thing.
A lot of people. Let's go. 21 is a definite hit. Go ahead, roll for damage as Besmertny pulls out the array of blades and just strike at this guy. He has got like a he has a scimitar wanting to strike at Besmertny, but Besmertny managed to get in first, managed to cleave open kind of like the left side of his body, and he falls down to the ground.
Nice. But wait, there's more. Who cast the spell for the sword? I really want to get rid of.
More.
Back there.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my arcane jolt, one of my 5 uses,
Alright.
to have damage from Besmertny's attack just blitz straight.
Alright, so the moment you strike, you cleave it open, the blood spills out. You can see like this like arcane energy jumps in between as well, and it jumps across the room, across the table to hit this guy over here, dealing 11 points of damage onto this guy. Alright, he is not looking well right now. Anything else?
And I think that's my turn, yeah.
Alright, Haley, seeing you guys going to fight, she focuses on her spell. Artyom, I'm sorry! And she chucks in a ball in there.
Yay, Haley!
And then,
Disappointment. Okay, so I'm rolling dex saves.
No, not you. It's just the bot. He's sorry because she's hitting the bot.
He'll find it in his heart to forgive her.
So
Sure.
all these people need to roll dexterity saving throw, including Besmertny.
Do you do the thing or do I just hit now?
You just do it. Roll. No, just one.
Saving
Fail. Succeeded.
Let's go.
Succeeded. Fail. Fail. Right. So 2 of them succeeded.
But Brittany will be fine. It's just 86.
As many backflips out of there.
28 points of fire damage. Even
Oof.
if the guy that saved was
Oh my god. But everything will be on fire. No, really?
They're just tables.
Everything.
alright. So alright, yeah, so all of them are just burn in flames. And the table as well is now burning, and Haley kinda looks at you guys. I didn't think of that. As the fire starts to rage on and burn the tables nearby. That is the end of her turn, which brings us to Kate. Next. I accidentally delete Kaylee's token, I did.
And are
No, it's here.
we the bad guys?
You are. I just took one soul. You took like a lot of people's.
I have to make up for all the killing you did before
Wow! I kill a lot, okay? People made sure I didn't kill and only heal. So...
Kane is going to stand up. Jeez, guys, do you even need my help? This one's dead. Kane kinda walks out, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bonus action dashes here. Pulls out his sword and attacks the guy at the bottom. He's like out of the screen right now, I think. 19 is a hit. Kane deals 8 points of damage onto this guy over here. Brings us to this one. Perfect. He's gonna roll a Sacred Flame. Oh no, Sacred Flame. Sacred Flame. Sacred Flame. Oh, let's use Hold Person
He's my
on Kane.
cleric, and we're killing clerics.
The guy kind of focused on the spell. Chains bind you, but Kane has to like just pull. Kind of like chains start to appear from the ground, trying to wrap around Kane's arms and legs. But Kane just pulls it and just breaks it easily, especially with the gauntlet that he has. All of them just start to
just into it.
Wait. You said canes bind you?
chains bind.
Chains bind you.
Chains, okay.
But you know, it's not that different. Cane chains.
Yeah.
You're gonna go around. 1, 2,
Chain
3,
works with
4,
chain.
Of course, it's not
5,
fail.
6. It's gonna move over here, flanking Kane. This guy is gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Retreat! This guy's gonna run and disappears. Next is this guy is gonna go forward. Everyone go back! And he's going to cast another spiritual weapon in front of
damn.
Artyom.
Doesn't he learn?
Doesn't he learn?
He's gonna make an attack roll with his spiritual weapon. Where is it?
Crits, I riot.
Spiritual weapon, there you go. And roll attack. Artyom does not hit as the weapon blocks hits your armor. And Ignis, your turn. What do you want to do?
Well, I mean, I've only heard like a lot of screams, so me and...
Yep.
Wait, hold on, let me just put Chuchumaru here. I'm gonna go and see what's up. Is Artyom still here?
Artyom is still there. Yes, he's standing on a dead body, if I recall correctly.
Okay,
Yes.
I just want to see what's happening. Okay, and I only see these two people. Hey, and Best Brittany's fine. I don't see Haley and Kane. I'll just be here.
Uh-huh.
No, I can't. I'll move forward.
Uh-huh.
Oh! Well. Kane, you wanna dodge?
Just
Ball of
do
lightning?
it! Ball of lightning. Alright, go ahead.
Yeah.
Alright,
Oh, this is
go ahead.
really big.
Please,
but,
template,
you know,
please. Alright, dexterity saving throw for everybody in the area. Fuck.
Oh, I rolled okay. It's 30.
Oh, actually, only one failed. What the hell?
One fail? Damn.
Yep.
I hope Kane is okay.
You deal. Oh, Kane as well. Dexterity saving throw. Let me do that very quickly.
He has
He
evasion.
failed. So half.
But half damage.
So he
It's
takes
only
15 points of lightning damage. This
Oh,
guy
I can't
dies.
die.
This guy takes 7.
Wait, I still have a bonus action.
I know I'm doing
gonna-
damage one by one.
Okay. It just went to the next one. Okay.
Alright,
Um,
anything else you want to do?
Chinchamaru's gonna get on top of me. Hey, look at all the souls that I get. But that is not gonna matter. Chinchamaru's gonna flame seed. Just Chinchin gun, but on this guy. Let me just touch this guy.
Alright, go ahead. Flame seed him.
Oh,
That is a hit. Go ahead, roll for damage. 9 points of damage as the seed flies off. The seed goes through the guy's head. You can see kind of like a hole in his forehead, kind of smoldering a little bit, and he falls down to the ground. Poof, dead as well.
how much souls is that now? Like, I know it doesn't matter, but yeah, I gotta keep
Oh,
this
the
soul.
book explodes when you. Fair.
Alright, next! It's, oh, this guy down here. Retreat! Retreat! This guy is going to, might as well. Let's go with hold person on Ignis. Wisdom saving throw, Ignis.
Oh, let's hope I'm okay. I do have a plus 10, but I can't,
I can see you, right? From where I am?
Never mind.
Question mark.
Hey, that makes it okay. Oh, they're very low levels.
So
I
you
feel
can
so
see
bad
chains
now.
kind of like fly out from the ground, trying to grab Ignis's ankles and arms, but Ignis just pull away and the chain just breaks off.
Yeah, I'll be like,
immediately.
no thanks. I'm not that kinky canist.
This guy's gonna go over 1, 2, 3, 4, and from behind, after you got what do you call it? After you got hold person, you can see a scimitar coming from behind, but you're much more experienced in this. He's very obvious with it, so you just move out of the way and the sword misses completely. Brings us top of the round. You wanna discuss or
You know what? This whole time the five is in the room hearing people scream.
Ah! No! Ah!
I don't know what happened. What is happening out there?
Just incredible violence past the threshold, really.
Are we killing them all, and
I
leave the one that we disabled and to interrogate, or do we?
Yeah, we already got one we can interrogate, which is good. If we can get one of those masked fellas as well, that'd be cool. Just because I feel like, they have a different art, meaning they might be higher up or something.
I thought the one we got is
ooh.
one of the masked fellows, right?
No.
Is it?
Oh no, it
The one
is.
that's
It
right
is.
here.
It is. Yeah.
Then, unless the masked fellas are at the lower rank, let's capture one of each.
One
One of
What is this,
each.
Pokemon?
Let's get mass for us all, so we can like disguise self better.
That's a good idea. I mean,
Yeah.
I can kind of kill here non-discriminately because I can disguise myself. The only thing that's gonna follow me out of this is karma. Like right now, I'm disguised as the professor. Oh fuck! that's bad actually.
The professor is killing everyone with.
I need to assume a new identity now.
Oh, no.
Well, let's just keep moving. Capture
Alright,
a few of them.
All right, J5, what do you do?
I'm gonna use my action to grab the guy on the ground.
Uh huh.
He's right in front of me, right?
Yep.
So I'm gonna grab him and I'm gonna move one. What the hell is this? Stop it. Mouse.
Oh
work
my
with
god,
me.
your camera's moving crazy right now.
Yeah, sorry.
Your
Wait,
USB
oh, I
port.
can't move there. Oh no.
You can't
I
move the
move.
corner.
Yeah.
But
You
so I cannot. Can I stay in the space of this
Yeah, sure.
weapon?
Yeah.
I'll go here then.
All right.
Yeah,
Anything
well-
else?
2. Okay. I'm in the doorway, right?
Yeah.
Can I fly above Ignis and stay there?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna do that then.
All right. So you fly 5
There
feet
is
up
Prince
over.
Maru on top
over
of me, by
Ignis.
the way.
So
But he's on top of me.
okay, and as a bonus section, I'm gonna replenish everyone's shield.
Alright, so Kane
Oh,
gets
13.
some.
Let's
God
go
damn,
back.
that's good. 13 for
Everybody
Kane, and everybody near J5 gets another 13. Alright. Brings anything else, J5?
So Besmertni Inis will get it as well. And that's the end of my turn.
Alright. Artyom, a lot of people are dying and more to come. What do you do?
Hey,
More to come? Oh
Uh,
shit.
move out to see the world. Oh, that's first. Okay. Okay. Well, I guess first meet sword. Up. There we go. Nice.
Uh-huh.
It's working. How far is that person? 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. It's exactly 30. Oh my god. Okay. Cool. So gonna attack the guy in front of me.
Alright, go ahead, roll to hit.
I can press the button and do a shortcut. Huzzah!
Yeah. Look at you, learning how to use.
I'm one with the Matrix. Oh my god.
27.
Ooh.
27 is a hit. Go ahead, roll for
What the
damage.
hell? Okay. What?
That is 12 points of damage. Non-lethal, I'm assuming, yeah?
Yes.
Alright, so you bonk his head in the back. You could have swore you didn't do too much, but this guy had like a bent skull after that he falls down.
Ugh.
That's it? Anything else?
Well, I don't think I have enough movement to finish my Righteous Crusade here.
Alright.
That's, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, that's me and tell Besmertni to move up and, what's the word?
Maul the
I
guy.
forgot the word for Sherlock Holmes. Well, yeah, maul non-lethally. Discombobulate.
Maul them. Discombobulate. Alright, go ahead.
Besmertni stuff to my hotbars. Attack.
My
my
god,
god.
Artyom's just killing everybody. Goddamn.
12 points of damage on this guy.
Non-lethally.
Still standing though from that attack.
Is
That's
he
it.
focusing on anything?
He's now focusing on Besmertni.
I meant like on a spell, but yeah.
He's not.
Yeah, because whole percent fail, right?
Yeah, whole person failed. That's it.
That's me.
Alright, Kane is going to strike at this guy twice. First one, Brandy. 12, I don't think hits. God damn it, Kane. What the heck?
He's a dexterous boy, okay?
Yeah, second attack, let's do the Rosanna. Strike. Natural 1. Are you kidding me?
Oof.
He's gonna take attack of opportunity with his dagger. 6 does not hit. So these guys are just like,
They are just dancing over there.
yeah, whiffing party over there.
Birthday, Kelly.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
This guy's gonna
Ellie's not
gonna go
here.
over to grab onto gonna try to grab Besmertni.
Interesting.
Wait, he's holding the deadly robot? Really?
It is a hit. Besmertni takes 14 points of necrotic damage as he grabs, and immediately the robot kind of like
That's-
breaks apart, basically from where he grabbed on.
Question.
Yes.
Temp HP, 13, so he loses 1 health.
It breaks apart from the touch, and then the breaking apart just disappears, and you realize it's just the temp armor. His armor just have a little tiny scratch on it,
Yeah.
Don't scratch my car!
and he just like he looks at it. Yeah, take that, and then the illusion breaks,
Oh my God,
and the
I feel
robot
so
just have a
bad.
little scratch, and he just steps back. What are you?
My robot can't have shit in photons.
They did.
Next is this guy. He's going to command the sword to strike Ignis.
Oh god damn it! I'm not concentrating on anything though.
Oh, good.
Pass without a trace, but it's fine.
16. Ignis is
Mhm.
16. You take 8 points of damage, Ignis.
Basically, no points of them.
Yeah, that's all my 10 hit points.
Ignis, your
13, man.
turn.
Yeah, you have 13. You still have
Doesn't
4.
I am missing 2 health. That means missing 1. We're at death's door here, man.
Ignis,
be
what do you do?
Well, who attacked me again?
This guy over here, he kind of like
This
makes a
guy.
motion like wielding a blade, and the blade
Wait,
behind you strike you at the back, but only the
Has-
barrier around you is destroyed.
Has he been what do you call kill like trying to hold person me the whole time? Like the last time?
yeah,
was it
previous
him?
one, yeah, I think so, yeah.
I don't like that. So I'm gonna do Dread Bolt at third. No, that's a bit too bloodlusty. I'm just gonna this guy
Pish
dead.
posh.
I can't move myself because there's 3 tokens on top of me.
No, actually only one.
It's a real party there.
No, let's see. There's one. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Here,
Alright.
burning hands.
Alright.
He won't die.
Go ahead, roll the damage. I'm gonna roll saving throw.
Unless, you know.
Oh wait, there's Sunchimaru, so. Oh, I rolled
10
bad.
points of
just
damage.
bad.
The fire engulfs him, his armor can like starts to burn up and everything.
I'm
He's
just
looking
gonna-
injured.
1, 2, 3, go back and like yeah, like just in case you don't get that lesson, Chinchimaru Flame Seed.
Alright,
doesn't-
go ahead, roll to hit with
Bonus
Chinchinmaru.
action. Oh, 13.
30 does hit, go ahead, roll
Oh
for
no!
damage.
Oh no!
10
he
points of
doesn't-
damage.
You're
The
wearing
fire
armor.
goes through his shoulder, screams out in pain from the attack. Ugh.
I
Yes,
think
it
even
is
wearing
so-
armor, man.
He looks around. Sorry, brothers. And he goes 1, 2, 3, 4,
No!
5, 6.
Wait, they keep going away.
And he
No worries.
hides. Brings us to J5. What do you do, J5?
Okay. Since there's another unconscious guy behind besides me, okay. I can carry 2 person, right? 1 on each arm.
Yep.
Can I? Okay, so I'm gonna fly down, grab this guy. So I have 2 guys on me.
Okay.
How does movement work? Still half?
Might be 0 at this point actually.
Uh,
Because
that
basically
move-
like yeah, it's your encumbrance. When you are when you're too encumbered, you can't move at all. Basically.
Okay. So, in that case, I'm not gonna grab him then.
All right. Okay, so you leave it.
Are you encumbered?
Yeah. No, I mean basically meaning with the things I'm wearing, and then I'm carrying 2 people, so can't move. So I'm gonna move somewhere here then, and then I'm gonna tell everyone, please stop fighting. If you guys stop fighting, we we will not hurt you any longer. And then I'm gonna use my bonus.
Says that when all of the people are dead and only the big ones are
Replenish.
standing.
11. This is
So-
this is like fighting like a vampire with regenerating health and shit. It's
everyone
terrifying.
gets 11. If you guys still have the 13, you can choose not to take the 11.
Yeah.
I took it.
Artyom, what do you
Okay.
do?
No, it's gone now.
Reminds me of an old Serbian film I watched where like 2 guys are beating a guy up to interrogate him, and they beat the shit out of him, and at the end they realize they were wrong, and then the guy goes, "All right, so now if you'll."
Oh, he break off.
Oh no.
All right.
So this guy, I'm gonna kick him in the back of the knee, and
Oh.
as he falls down, just sword to the back of the head, blunt.
All right. Okay, go ahead. Roll to hit.
I thought we were gonna pierce
Uh,
it. Good thing.
No, I am a good guy. Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Says the
what
guy
you
who
said,
started the fight. That's a
yeah.
hit. Go ahead, robo damage.
We were all gonna prepare, and then you just get in and like we can't waste this opportunity.
He
We
kicks
really can't.
back on the knee, falls down to his knees, and you bonk him, and he falls down, unconscious.
Oh god.
25, another attack on this guy.
Go ahead, roll the hit.
Likewise, as Kane and him are floundering about, just gonna tackle him from the side. Yeah, that's a hit. An 8. Is he down? Or
Alright.
You keep rolling ones
does
on
the
your
violence
damage
have to
dice.
escalate?
8
I know,
points
right?
of damage onto the guy as you. He's kind of like looking defeated already, and you just strike him across the chest. He kind of struggles back for a bit. And Kane.
I have one more attack.
Oh, wait, you have 3 attacks?
Wait,
You made 2
no,
attacks already?
do I? Wait, yeah, do I have 2? I don't have 2 attacks. No, that's
Only
what I was-
fighters have 3 attacks.
I
You
am
have
so
best
stupid.
Smite
Yeah,
me to
I was
attack.
thinking Eldritch Blast. but
Ah,
yeah,
yeah,
Smite me. I was thinking Eldritch Blast because I'm dumb.
Go ahead.
Smite.
19 is a hit.
Don't rip his spine out, Besmertny.
6 points of damage, and right across the jaw, and right as
That's
the
all of
music
them.
ends.
So we have 4 people. Is it?
4 people.
Yep.
4. That's not bad. I didn't kill that last one because the mask is pretty nice. I got so much souls. I need to actually use them.
No, I
Is
feel
anyone else?
bad.
Oh,
The room seems to be
lagging, aren't I?
quiet at this
No, I
point.
can hear you.
Whatever screams that was just now was completely gone.
J5, you should probably spare the dying one, everybody. Just in case.
Silent.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna go each one and I'm gonna defib everyone so that
Fortunately, everyone you tried to defib seems to have passed.
Oh no.
Yeah.
what?
Right, quickly, we have no time. Rifle through their pockets. Get what you can. Let's get out of here.
Alright, so with all of them, you will be able to find. I think you will be able to find like 3 daggers, 1 scimitar. All of them will have kind of like a ring of sorts, but the ring looks like a small circlet, like a crown almost. It's tied to a necklace. What else? What else would you find? I think that's it. Just the ring. You will be able to find. Can someone roll me 3d10, please?
3D.
Artyom. Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
3D10. So? You
Do
want
it,
me to roll?
J5. Yeah, go ahead.
3D10.
Alright, you managed to find 6 gold, 1 silver, and 10 coppers.
You even take it as chop change from these people. It feels so bad.
Let's put a sorry note and then put the money on
Ooh,
top of
yeah, I
that.
put the money on top and just like,
Alright.
sorry, we didn't mean to do
Grab
that.
the rings and the masks. That's
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did the
Okay,
rings
okay,
and
okay.
mask.
So
And
as you're finding some paper, trying to find a note for you to write down what you call the sorry letter. You find a note that is on the table you didn't see before.
Okay.
You see it's written in J5's handwriting. What the fuck are you doing?
Wait, what?
What? Wait, what? Wait, what? Where? Sorry? Which? What?
You immediately pick out that it's your handwriting. It just writes there. What the hell are you doing? That's it.
If I
Wait,
should
is
be here?
it really my handwriting? Trying
Go
to
ahead, roll investigation check.
impersonate my handwriting?
Perception check.
Investigating. I know everything about it.
Never mind, I'll have to do it.
What the
people.
hell?
It looks exactly like your handwriting.
Do I really like this? Oh no.
What is going going on here?
What
First,
is
we
going-
see that there's 5 more members that we never knew of, and now like there's your handwriting here.
Is it magic in any way? I'm gonna check.
Detect magic.
Yup.
Look at it. No magic. It's just a paper with ink.
So the
How
ink.
old has it been?
It looks with
Like
J5. It looks very new.
Huh?
Is
Like it's
this?
just been written? Like the ink is still fresh?
Ah, this hurts my brain.
I don't like it. What is going? Should we just get out of here? I'm so confused.
My internet's getting really bad. Some missing chunks of dialogue there. Where did we find the note?
On the
On top of
table.
the table where we wanted to put a sorry note.
Huh?
We found a
Found a
note
paper
with
and-
my handwriting saying, "What the hell are you doing?"
Well, that's curious.
Also, when the
And
fight
the
was
note is
over,
recent, and it is my handwriting.
Gonna look through other notes if there are any.
There's no notes on the table
notes.
before this.
Okay.
Just so you
Okay.
guys know. Oh, and also,
Yeah.
also after the fight is over, I'm gonna. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna extinguish the flames.
all right. So you
Jeez.
go over and you try to extinguish the flames. With what exactly?
Control flames. I can extinguish.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. So you
Oh, there you
slowly take your
go.
time to slowly.
Hey, I make fire, but I extinguish them too. Okay, it's my
slowly
whole thing.
extinguish. One by one, the fire is.
Okay.
Dre 5,
K-
humor it. Answer it.
Yes. This unit was thinking about to do the same. I'm gonna write on the note. We're investigating a cult.
Does it reply? Is it a magic note?
Nothing seems to happen.
Look
I thought
around.
you
And then
detected
is there a new
magic.
note on the table or something?
No,
Is there
no
a new
new
note?
notes.
No new notes.
Okay, let's just get out of here.
Before we do that, I'm gonna go back to the investigation wall that we
Yeah,
so
the theory wall.
That is
Where
over
is
here.
okay, the theory wall, and I'm gonna ability to copy it onto, let's say,
Kane and Kane will keep watch, I assume, and I will help J5 copy as well to make things faster.
All right.
where's my
Kane will
feature?
keep watch.
She's like, is it no magical tinkering? Is it? There you go. I'm gonna use this. They have some slots available. One to be exact. Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna copy it on to, okay, let's say we break one of the chair and use the seat as a paper, and I'm gonna etch the theory.
Wait,
Will it be enough?
use what?
Will it be enough though? It is a static
Break
visual
everything,
effect, right?
Yeah,
No,
but is there a size? It does not say. A
Yeah.
picture or up to 25 words of text. I'd say it's not much. Like you can get the shape of the information board, but you can't get what's written on there and everything. Say.
Maybe we can just take the stuff. I mean,
But
I
if you were to
no.
copy it manually, it will take time, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
it will.
that's why I thought I was gonna help you with that.
Yeah, I guess let's do it manually then.
Well,
let's just
there's
take
3
stuff off
of
the wall,
us,
I mean.
but
You
that's
want
leaving
how big is the
everything.
wall?
How
You also
big
need to-
is the wall? Sorry. Oh, the wall's about
Yeah,
like 10 foot by 10 foot.
10 foot by 10 foot.
I mean, just,
Uh,
it's paper, right? We can just collect it on a bunch. put
That
it in a
is
bag of
that
holding.
that
I
certainly
guess.
works.
I guess
Yeah, but
so.
but we'll lose. Oh yeah, I can copy the the
Yeah.
location of things, right? I mean, you said I can get the I can copy the shape of it, but not details, right? So I can copy the location of the papers, and we take the
Yeah.
papers, and then we
Yeah,
can
definitely.
we can place it back
All right.
whenever we're safe.
All right. So you
Yeah,
grab
let's
all
do
the
that.
papers and you take note of its position and its connections and everything. Took you maybe about like, I don't know, 5 minutes to do that. Easy enough. Anything else you guys want to do?
I get the hell out of there.
All right. So you start
Yeah,
climbing
but-
up the
but
stairs
is
again.
there-
Wait, do we want to check the other rooms? Just
I
pick
was
it.
about
We
to say,
checked all
there,
the
there
other
are
rooms.
Are there rooms we haven't checked?
You checked all the rooms already.
We checked all the
Okay,
rooms.
okay.
There aren't any files or dossiers like the one that
There's
Artyom had, right?
there's
With
a
the
mini
wall.
library in here where there are some books that you don't see upstairs. So you until
Can
took
I
some of the
quickly,
books.
yeah, can I quickly check if there's any book that might have any clue as to what is happening right now?
It's books from the libraries. It seems to be just manually copied.
Yeah, but is it like about magic or?
About cults that you guys read the other up top.
Oh, okay.
Cults, magics,
Okay.
that kind of stuff.
All right, all right.
So, back up.
Guess so.
All right. You start climbing back up, back to the main door just now, and you try to push the door. It's blocked.
Oh. Yeah. Can I see some indents on it, or a place where a ring-sized necklace would fit?
No, you don't find it. It doesn't feel like the door's locked. You can twist it and push it and everything, but it's stuck as if like something's behind it.
Oh. Oh.
Like
Okay,
someone's
there's
holding the door.
alright.
Do you feel like going Chad again?
Let me try. And Cade tries to go over and push the door, basically. Strength check, ability
Uh.
check.
I'll give him my professional assistance. Okay,
Alright.
with your back, not
Guidance.
with your arms.
Push with your leg, not with your back. So Kane puts both of his hands on the door and begins to push, and you hear.
Careful.
As you turn around, you see the bookcase has now fallen over. But Kane pushes it a little bit more so that all of you can get back to that storeroom downstairs with the 6th book on the table.
Ooh. Do we just take the books?
Probably a minute, so we're gonna come back to it. What book was there again?
That is a good
there's-
question. I think J5 wrote it
There's a
down.
book about Golem. That is the most important part.
There is a manual, a Golem
Oh, there-
manual.
I want the book that looks a lot like my soul's book.
It's a black book with no writing on it, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one.
And
I
then
wanted
there's
to see
also
that one.
there's also a book that seems like to yeah. I mean, there are 6 books, right?
Yes.
I remember 3 of them are manuals, right?
2 of them are men.
One was like healing stuff, which I would like as well. Like a medicine thingy.
Let me find it again.
Like a healing medicine thingy. That's what I remember.
I remember one about the Golem. Me and Artyom are very interesting about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there was a manual of Golem, if I recall correctly. Yeah, manual of Golems. And then there is the manual of bodily health.
Bodily
Yeah, that
health.
was
Yeah,
it.
that one.
Manual
And
bodily health.
then there is also a tome of leadership.
Tome of Leadership.
Tome of leadership and influence. There is a black book that looks like Ignis's book. There is a leather book made from like piecemeal leather pieces. And then one more was I don't remember. Pull back up.
I don't remember the last book also. What about the Golem one? Oh, it's the first one. Never mind. Oh, mama.
Actual goldfish.
Yeah. Oh,
So they are behind bars, right?
So there's only 5
they are
books?
behind bars, and then there is a glass protective.
You detected magic, right? There was magic here that protects them.
Yes, definitely.
Ooh.
Spell.
What kind of class? What kind of school is it? Abjuration.
Abjuration.
Oh, I'm gonna take a look. But abjuration triggers something else as well. Okay.
Wait, what's the sixth book?
Calm down. I'm looking for it, Aina.
Oh, I thought you
Hoping
mentioned it.
for you guys to write it down. But,
So I did not write it down last time. I didn't write it down.
My
Yeah.
keyboard is broken. I can't write things down.
yeah.
Yeah, I have a problem with my computer. If I write things down, it explodes.
There you
so,
go.
Yeah.
And then another one looks like a very messy book.
Oh
With,
yeah,
like,
the messy
pages
book.
spills out.
Yeah, I
Okay.
remember the messy book. Yeah.
Okay,
remember.
I have, let's see. I do have dispel magic. However, I only have 4 shots of doing it. And that's
I do have dispel magic, and I have. Where is it again? It's a third level spell, right? Destruction protocol. Yeah, I have 2
Yeah.
shots of it.
I want to dispel. Are we doing this? Are we just
But where are the abjuration spells coming from? The pedestal, the glass box, or the bars?
You see it on the bars on the glass box and then on the pedestals.
Oh, all of them.
box
Yes.
pedestal? Like if we just do it on the box. No, if we do it on the so we need to dispel. Wait, I'm
We have
confused.
to dispel 3 things to get 1 book.
Oh,
Oh
Or else we
no.
can, just try to trigger the trap and outrun the trap or something. Outlive it.
What do you
sure.
guys want to do?
So we basically we have 6 dispels, so we can get 2 books at least, right?
Yeah. If it works, like you don't know how high the spell is.
Yeah, that's right.
Do I know about the manual bodily health? Like, have I heard of this book?
Arcana
Like,
check for me.
okay.
Oh yeah, have
Can
I
I
heard?
assist?
Yeah, for all
I-
of the books.
Sure. Go ahead, just roll Arcana check.
Arcana.
Yeah, I rolled the 20.
I know most of it.
Artyom, you rolling?
I'm rolling. I'm just trying to click on it. 18.
So J5, you've heard of the Manual of Golems. It's basically a tome that describes on how the process of it's not a tome that describes how to create a golem. It is the material that you would need to create a golem in addition to other stuff, basically. By the looks of
Okay.
it, this will be the tool you would need to create a stone golem.
Oh yeah.
But beyond that, the other 2 books you're not quite sure.
What about, do I heard of any of the books?
I mean, the ones with the titles you've never heard. You've heard, but you don't know what's the specifics of it. You've heard of Manual of Golems. You've never heard about the other 2 books.
And the 3 books we have no idea of because
No
there is
idea.
no title on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want the 2 books really bad, but
I want the manual of gold.
okay, let's choose one and see how it goes.
Uh-huh.
All right. So
If friend Ignis, if you want to learn how to, lead a group of people, maybe the Tome of Leadership and Influence would be
but
good.
it looks like a boring book.
But you'll learn how to lead your people better.
Oh, what? I mean, unless it gives me some bonus to charisma or something, but I kind of want the other book that looks like my soul book. I like to have souls. It's great. What if I have 2 books that want souls? Think of all the things that I could do. It's power. It's great. No. But Artyom, do you have? Oh, wait, Haley, you should have some dispel magic, don't you?
Yeah, I have a couple. But should we really steal these?
Haley,
Just
you're a
got.
heist planner. What do you mean?
I mean, the people I steal from are dicks, not libraries. Just saying.
But we are not in the library technically. We are. Yeah, are we in the library?
You
We
are
are
in the
in the
basement of
we're
the
in the
library.
Oh,
basement of the
these are from
library.
basement of the library.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
not in the cult
No, not in the
gathering.
cult section, no.
Okay.
That is where you draw the line then.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Look, J5. Wait, I'm sure Kane would, appreciate the fact that we want to steal books. Right, Kane?
But the
Wait, no,
knowledge.
it's books.
The knowledge, though.
You guys do whatever you want. I'm gonna keep watch. Says Kid.
Oh. Yeah, it's books.
Okay.
Who wouldn't
Okay.
care?
Let's start to rationalize this. This is a library. It looks like a normal library, but it houses an underground secret cult base, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The
Hey,
cult
bye.
is not a good cult. It tries they try to
Kill us.
free this mass murderer, right?
Well, Vivian was.
Yeah, and they worship Vivian and the Chain King. For all we
Uh-huh.
know, could be who that guy again? Andy's Gourmand. Yeah. Okay. Judging by the infrastructure, it could be that the library itself is part of the cult, right?
Or part of a, unknowing accomplice. I'm not helping you here. Sure. Yeah, let's say that's how it is. Yes, J5.
And for Haley, okay, and for Haley, she said she steals from
Bad
assholes,
people.
right?
Yes.
Rich bastard, yeah. And this area is restricted to the members only section, right? So only the
No,
rich are able
not
to.
members, but cult.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but like not all rich people are bastards, right? Only some of them. These guys may not be. Just saying. I mean, like, if you want to steal, you go ahead. I can help you, but just
This
putting
wing is
it
not
out
for
there.
members. It is
way.
for cult members, not just any member.
That place is. He kind of points at the door where like the bookcase has like fallen over and everything. This place is just like a storeroom. Kind of looks. You point to the room. It's just boxes and boxes all around.
We've gone through a locked door to get here, so it is not intended for the rich people. It is intended for members of the library who very well could be cultists. Yes.
Yes. Yes, that is true as well. Because, like you said, friend Haley, this area is locked. Is hidden. Is restricted behind a locked room, which the cult members has access. So for all we know,
Look, if you want to steal, you just do it. Let me know. I'll dispel stuff that you need to. Just so you know, I can dispel spells and magical effects. If these are enchanted items, I'm not gonna be able to do anything with it.
is it a crime stealing from the library?
J5, if you're at odds, you could just roll a dice. You're that lucky dice you got. If you get a bad effect, then we don't do it. If you get a
Right,
good effect, we do
Okay,
it.
let's do that. I'm gonna bring up my azure colored dice. Where is it?
Feeling lucky, punk? Was that it?
Yeah. But where's my dice?
You can know who made that magic item,
It's
basically.
gambler's dice table.
Yeah, gambler's dice.
It's under the what's it called? Rollable tables.
So
Wait, is it?
I'm gonna say feeling lucky punk, and then I'm gonna
And then throw
roll
it.
the dice.
Go ahead.
No, you speak. Yes, I am.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. Yes, I am. Oh yeah, when Ignis says that let's try the dice, I'm gonna yes, I am. And then I'm gonna throw the dice.
It's yes, I
ahead.
will, but
12-sided
okay.
dice, right? Right, 12-sided dice. 1 to 12,
Throw the
right?
dice.
Roll it.
Ah!
Roll it.
Number 2. What
Two.
do you get?
Number
It's a
2,
good
you
thing.
get. It's a positive. You get +1 to your attack rolls until your next long rest.
Yeah,
Well,
I think this is a good
let's
thing.
go. It's a good thing. So that isn't it? Doesn't that mean that we do it?
Is this what clerics do when they consult their deities?
Clerics
You know,
consult their gods. Artificers consult their
Consult
magic
their
items.
you know, clerics have that spell where they get wheel bow or
Yeah.
or normal thing.
All right. Go ahead. What do you want to do
So
now?
so but okay, let me take a look at the bars first. Okay, even when if we dispel the protective wards, how do we get through the bars, right?
Yeah.
So the bars, does it have any, keyholes or anything? Of
Nope.
the
It's just full bars. It's like it's not. It doesn't look like it's meant for someone to like open like a door and thing. It's just bars all around.
Well, that's just silly. These books are just collecting dust here.
So it might be a magical bar. Okay, so which one are we getting first? Let's get the golem. No,
Yes.
So-
Ignis.
Sure. I mean, I don't have any use of it, but you want it bad, so I'll help you.
All right. Okay. So I'll use my spells first. Okay. So I'm gonna dispel on the bar.
So this is. Okay, I'm just gonna draw it for you.
Oh wait, what I'm talking about? We can upspell at skill this the
Yeah, but do it at third level. See what happens if you need to.
yeah. So I have
Don't
more
waste
than
it.
I have more than 2. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's nice that I
So
can do for.
this is basically how it looks like. A what do you call set of bars all around, and then a glass box engulfing the whole thing, and then the books are on the
Okay.
pedestal with a glass box on top of it.
Okay.
So first of all,
And-
you're
and
gonna
that-
try dispel magic on the bars, yeah?
On the bars, yes. So the bars considered as one object.
Yes? Question mark? We'll see.
Okay.
So you
okay.
target the bar, you focus on your
Okay.
spell. You
Uh,
you focus on it a little bit, trying to see if you can dismantle the formula that maintains the spell, and then you realize you cannot reach the formula. It is embedded into the item. Can't just dispel this thing.
God
So it's a
damn.
magic item, the pedestal.
Yeah, it's not a magical effect. Magic
Ah,
item.
Well,
Maybe
if we
we
can't get past it, maybe we should just get out of here. There's probably more bars.
yeah. You can't dispel a magic item, can
me,
you?
me, me, me as a player would say, anybody has
Item.
a dust with them.
No, you're making it more inaccessible. Stop it. Just, it's just
We
fun.
can destroy magic item with contrary action.
Yeah, but we're destroying the thing inside it as well. When
Do you want me to
J5 is
cast?
doing this,
Do you want me to cast Sword Burst and just displace everything around me?
what? What's that?
It's a cantrip. Just makes explosion around me. Force damage. Can displace things on pedestals probably.
Yeah, but it is locked behind a glass box as well.
I'll
Yeah.
probably break the box.
Okay.
Break. Try.
Okay, wait. Not done yet. We're not done yet.
Oh.
No, we're not done yet. I want that
Oh.
book.
Okay, what are you
Yeah.
doing? Don't use
Wait.
dust, J5.
I'm
Please.
looking through my spell list. Can I get something behind a locked
Well,
area?
J5 does that. Can I go and look at the black book that looks like mine? Can I just like ask Anima in my head? Do you know if there's another one of you? That what is
No.
that?
I am one of Kai.
I would assume so. But why are the other three so weak? Like, what are these three books? Why would they be put in a glass case if they're not somewhat menacing?
They must be powerful, magical. Some books require years to regather power. Of course, those books are usually weaker than
Oh,
nothing
it's
to
weaker.
get.
Then I don't want it. It's fine. Probably take the health one. My party could always use it. Thanks, Enema. Do you like all the souls I gave you today? I did great, I think.
Yes.
Thanks. Ignis just smiles with herself, I guess.
Okay, I'm gonna try dispel magic again, but
Okay.
on the glass box this time. Loop.
All right. So you focus on the glass box.
Yep.
You focus on it for a bit. Go ahead, roll me intelligence check.
Intelligence. Ability. Check! Oh no! Is it not enough?
19.
I'm gonna flash myself!
You can't flash
You
this
want me to
one.
flash
It's
you
not
as
an
well?
ability check, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, oh, is it not ability check?
Oh, it is. It is make an ability check.
It
Intelligence
is an ability
Yeah.
check.
Okay, so.
Do you want me to flash you as well? Probably not, right?
Yeah, it's up to you,
I
man.
mean,
That is
most you
already
need to do is
23.
level
Yeah.
level 9. So the most you need is probably 19.
But he has a 20 something, so yeah, we're good.
All
We
right.
don't know. Maybe it's a level 10.
So you
It's
see,
impossible.
as you
no,
focus
no,
on the
no.
spell, you see a glyph appears on the glass door on all sides, and one of
Yeah.
them glow and fade.
Only one.
There's like 3 more on different sides.
How many protective spells do they put on these things?
Means it's well, animuses are not very powerful, not as powerful as he is, so
Yes, but Frank needs think of all the knowledge locked inside the books.
I mean maybe they're locked for a reason.
You guys do.
But if
Well,
we
it's
study
the
the book of the
case.
Golem, maybe we would know how to revive the Warforge. Maybe we can create more Warforge. Maybe
Okay.
it has some similar techniques into them.
Well, I mean, is it
Yeah, golems are creatures, right?
Yes.
So basically, it's like putting let's say quote unquote, I don't know, life into an inanimate object, right? But the golems only obey or specific orders, right?
Yep.
They don't have free will.
Nope.
Yeah, so maybe it has some clue as how to create more Warforge.
So
I mean,
what do you guys
is
want to do?
the glass case enough to, reach it and take, or
The glass case is still there. The glyph on the glass on one of the sides of the glass case
One of the
disappeared.
sides, yeah. So we don't know if we break the side that don't have the glyph, it will not trigger the rest of the glyph, right?
Shrug.
Okay. How about this? Let's try on the pedestal. How many protective glyphs are there on the pedestal? Let's up.
You're
Kill it.
focusing on the glyph.
Level 4. Yep, on the pedestal. It's this time.
Alright. You focus the spell, and it's very similar to the bars.
That
Whatever
is.
it has, it is embedded into the pedestal itself.
So the pedestal is an object. Okay. No, it's a magic object.
Should I
Hmm.
use any of my myriad of tools to mess with the runes to make them inactive?
I'm sorry?
There's like rune scribing tools and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Can those be used to destroy runes?
Well, you have to if you can find the runes first. At the moment, from looking around on these things, they don't have any clear runes other than the glyphs that are on the glass box.
Yeah. So
Go ahead.
find the glyphs. We can try and disrupt the glyphs, right?
Sure, definitely.
Should I try that? I mean, I have like I'm automatically proficient with because of my tool, so I can try that.
Yeah.
Guys,
Okay,
any
if you want.
any notable opposition?
Oh, you would have high enough Arcana intelligence to know that these might be glyphs of warding. They might not actually be, carved glyph onto the surface, just magical glyph, and you moving close to it may just trigger it.
Can I study it to see if it would?
Yeah, sure, you can try. All right, so you pull out your. Oh, sorry. What are you trying to figure out? Arcana check.
Trying to study if it would go off if I go near them.
Okay. You roll Arcana check.
The,
You try
the
to
runes, what
understand
they
the.
mean.
You try to understand the glyph. Basically, what is what is the trigger, and from the looks of it, basically anyone that moves into the bars will trigger the glyph.
So anyone or
All of it.
Any creature that moves into the glyph will trigger. That moves into the box will trigger the glyphs.
is
So
better than
on
creature.
all of the
Looks like all three have the same inscription. Yes.
no, on even on the different different glass box.
The small glass box, there's no glyph on it.
Only the large glass box.
Yes, only the large glass box.
God
And what does
damn.
a small box have?
It has some magical property, but you're not quite sure what. A bit far from you guys for you to look into detail at the moment.
So these are the bars, and the solid square are the glass box that we dispelled one side, right?
Yes.
3 more sides. And then there is also little smaller glass boxes inside.
Yep.
I'm just tempted. I'm tempted to shatter out everything that is inside.
that could work, yeah.
They will
But
just stay at the
Destroy it.
back and
Yeah.
prepare for explosion because that
yeah,
could be a
but
thing.
here's the thing though. It will make a lot of noise. It will
Yeah,
alert people upstairs.
exactly.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I think you'll be committing a fraud. You won't be able to come here again. What?
What do you have?
No. Okay.
Oh no.
Okay. Artyom, do you have shatter though? No?
No.
Friend Artyom. In the friend Artyom, do you know Mordekainen's private sanctum?
This is another no.
But let's say if you were to have a long rest, can you prepare that spell?
Mordekainen is long. What? Let me try to
Level
remember.
4.
It's a level 4.
You would have. You would.
Private sanctum, yes, but we don't have 8 hours. We have to get out of here within minutes.
We
But
could
we
just come back
just come back
here
tomorrow.
as long as they don't say no to us our face. Also, I think we came in with a different face, so
Yeah, and then we have to pay the new fees.
or
The
we
ent-
just use back the
Yeah,
This place will
is
definitely be
it
guarded.
Mordekainen's private sanctum?
Where-
Teleport planner. Sounds cannot pass through. Yeah, sound cannot pass through the barrier. Yeah, there you go. That's right. We can try that. Yeah.
okay, you really want this book, don't you? Damn.
All right. So you leave this place for now. You start making your way
let's leave.
back upstairs. Open the door. Seems to be quiet. Even the receptionist is not there anymore. So
Wait, what?
I'm gonna change my disguise real quick.
Wait, if
Disguise.
there's no people there, then let's go down and take the books, no?
J5. I mean, you don't.
Your choice. What do you want to do, J5?
Oh, you know the question that we were asked before this.
What?
What drives
What would you
you?
do? What will you do to get the things that you want?
Oh my god. You know what?
You know what J5 answered?
How long
Knowledge.
is explosion gonna be? Because if it can be heard throughout the library, I can't say there's not gonna be anyone that will hear, you know?
But there's no one. The reception is not there, right?
It is not
Yeah, receptionist is
not
not
in
there.
this area.
J5, if you want, run back there. If you have a what's it called? Absorb elements, that'll be good. If you don't, less good. Just go get it, I guess.
Yeah, but we still have that temporary hit points to dampen any blows to us.
Very true. Very true.
I'm gonna stay up here and do
Alright.
what you need to do, so that me and Kane is just gonna keep watch while you do your explosion.
But here's the thing. I'm worried. Okay, I'm worried that. Okay, if we do this, it will,
Mhm.
let's say, because we're in the library. As far as the authorities know, that the library is legit. So if we do this, it might alert the authorities, and then we'll get caught, stealing things from the library.
That is a very real possibility.
Let's just come back tomorrow then. Let's just come back.
J5, you're really hitting it with your moral quandaries. God damn it.
Alright. So you guys leave the library, and as the cold night air hits you, that's where we're gonna take a break. We're gonna stop here for
Okay,
now
yeah.
as the party figures out what are they going to do next. So we'll see you guys after the break. Come back around 10 minutes or so. See you
Finally
guys.
get to eat. Oh my god. Let's go.
And we're back. So put on some music a little bit. There you go. You guys have just defeated the people, the cults members that was underground just now. Managed to push them back, and after fiddling a little bit with the vault that contained 6 very intriguing books, you guys decided enough is enough and walked out of the library, seemingly unfollowed, seemingly unstopped by anyone.
Unscathed.
So you guys are now walking in the streets under.
Wait, we really didn't go back to J5?
Yeah.
J5, you really didn't want to do the library thing? Okay.
Yeah. We're coming back tomorrow, right?
Sure.
Sure.
It will probably be swarming with all kinds of people tomorrow.
So you
Sure.
guys are now walking in the streets under the night sky. It's extra
Wait,
quiet. It's
wait.
already quiet in the
Wait.
morning, but now in the
Sorry.
night it's even more quiet. So is there anything you guys want to do?
Wait,
Right?
sorry. When we leave the library, there's no one there and the lights are closed, right? The lights are off.
I'm sorry.
Are the lights in the library off?
Yes.
It
Torches
is
have
as
been
if they are closed, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. That's it. That explains it. Okay. All right. Okay. Nothing weird. Nothing weird.
So what do you guys want to do?
Go back to the hotel, please.
Yeah, we did have an inn, right?
You do. So
Yeah.
it's not
Maybe
making your
do a
way
bit
back.
of shenanigans first, like try to lose if anybody's following us.
Wait, was it today that we needed to, not today, that's tomorrow, right? The one with Remy?
Yes.
Well, he said he'll talk to them and then
Then we'll see. It's nothing
Yeah.
confirmed. All right. Yes. Different.
Um, um,
Uh-huh.
Artyom is suggesting we shenanigans, right? So, get. Do we want to look around, see if we're being followed?
Do you have ways of doing that?
Go
No,
ahead.
just
Roll
look
perception
around.
check. Yeah.
Fair enough.
I don't know. I mean, J5 is bad at percepting, so I'm just
I'll
gonna
percept.
look
I'm
around.
accepting magic or something, but
Yeah, see,
Oh,
told
yeah.
you.
How did
Oh,
I
I'm
roll a
no.
dash
bad at
from one?
percepting.
It's
Well,
been a day, you know.
fine.
It's like
No.
box and then cults and then mind blows.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
you're
perceive.
right.
I'll perceive.
Wait. Are we leaving the cults there?
Probably.
Aren't we taking them back with us? No.
Your
Yeah,
choice.
but
Alright,
it's
the
a mask.
bodies.
That's what we
Oh,
said we're
yeah,
gonna
oh,
do.
we
The
took the mask
unconscious
only.
guys, we should probably kidnap a couple of those guys. That's
No, but we left, right? We didn't take them.
Yeah.
maybe we should.
Unless
Wanna
you
go
want to use a
back?
fate point to
Yeah,
say
do
we
you want to
did.
use a fate point to
Why,
carry them?
why,
But then
why
we'll be walking around the
forgetting about
street
people we abduct?
carrying unconscious people on our shoulders.
Maybe we can interrogate them on the spot and leave them.
Sure, you can go back and interrogate them if you want.
Yeah.
Alright. So you kind of stop halfway and you realize about the unconscious people. So all of you guys make your way back, yeah?
Yeah, let's go.
You make your way back to the library. At this point, it's about maybe 11:50. So, you open the door, it's still unlocked, and you start making your way down. You open the door, and you see a group of 3 people wanting to go up. You guys stare at each other for a moment. And immediately they hold their magic symbol, hold person on you guys immediately. I'm gonna need you guys to roll wisdom saving throw,
Do the
please.
thing.
I'll do the thing.
There's more of us
God
than there are
damn
of
it! I
them.
thought it's much easier to do a yeah, but paralyzed is a critical hit.
Yeah, but we can't
not
lose
there.
this.
Look, you just need to
I'm
do
not
it.
there.
Oh, sorry, I picked the wrong character. J5, I mean. You can roll wisdom
Okay,
saving throw,
do the
J5.
thing, kid. Do the thing.
No, J5.
You can use a fate point if you want.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
fate point! God damn it! You
Fate
J
point!
officers!
Sure, I'll
Okay,
get if you
what
wanna
do
go
you-
ahead. The fate point, your choice.
What
Fate
it came
point.
We should
Okay.
probably all do it, huh?
Let me take a read. Saving throw, right? So I'm gonna flash myself.
19.
No, I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
13 makes it.
19.
Should I? Yeah, maybe I should just flash myself. Do you think 13 will make it?
I think 13 will make it, but I don't think you if you flash yourself, it would be a 9.
It'll be a 13. I have 8. That's my perception. Sorry, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
stupid. Yeah. Yep, I'm dumb. Sorry. Okay, well, I guess Can I reroll too?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
I hate wisdom saving throws.
Hey.
There you go.
All right, all of you, you feel the chain really pull you down at the beginning, Artyom and J5, but you manage to push forward, break the chains, and the two of them immediately scamper back downstairs away from you guys.
I'm gonna say, wait, we just want to talk, please. Let's not do this again.
They run back into the room and closes the door.
As they're running, since they have to run away,
Yep.
can Artyom take out his special rounds and fire near their feet as near the foot, above the head kind of stuff?
Intimidation. Go ahead.
Yeah, classic Western.
Yeah, you can use dexterity intimidation if you want.
How do I do that?
Just roll dexterity check and then plus your proficiency. Intimidation.
I'm not.
Just
just
dexterity check then.
It's the same thing for me anyway.
All right.
Flash.
You try. Oh, okay. Flash. So 16. You fire the gun. The 3 of them gonna stop for a moment. Then they turn to you. And they slowly back away. towards the door.
Stop. Or this time I aim.
What do you want?
Answers.
Or you want to kill now?
No.
We want answers, actually.
Got nothing to say to you.
Aw. Can I just whisper to Haley, hey, you got mind spells?
I do. But he's very hostile with us right now. I don't think it's a good idea.
Oh, god damn it, okay. Maybe if you just smiled will help.
Okay, I'm gonna smile now.
Yeah,
She
that's smile.
smiles very awkwardly.
Mm,
Hmm,
we
well,
don't want to hurt you any more than we already did. Okay, it just you guys caught us by surprise. Fight or flight came into motion, and it's just all whoa. Like we've been done this before. Like I mean, we've fought cults that were trying to kill us, so this was like a bit of a trigger moment. Like this person died, and I'm sorry. Can we like start over?
You'd ought to start over. Just murdered our friends.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Apology won't do nothing.
then if you won't accept apology, what will you accept?
Well, if you have some diamonds lying around, I can't. Wait, no, I can't. It's already been more than a minute. I'm sorry. I can reincarnate them tomorrow. If you have some oils.
You're just staying quiet, unsure what to make of you.
I had that effect on people.
We are coming off like extremely psychotic. That is true. I don't think there is like a way to appeal to them. Really, they hate us, and
They do. This like we could just let them go maybe, but then like they probably tell on us.
we want
Yeah, but
information.
yeah, we just want information. The things that there,
You're breaking up, J5.
the things that we found down is actually quite disturbing, especially it referenced us as a group. And then, to be fair, why we attacked you, because we heard one of you saying to kill us if we don't cooperate.
Yeah. So that was like a hostile situation kind of thing. Cause it's like we don't want to be into another cult. It's the whole thing, okay?
Leans back.
So like, what do you want to do now?
Go home.
Well, then we can arrange something. You give us answers, we let you go home.
Look at each other. Depends on the question.
I mean, you guys have the masks, right? You're like high ranks, maybe higher ranks. So, questions. So, what about that investigation? What's with the theory board about us?
It's not about you.
How about the Chain King? Do you think we can help revive the Chain Kings? The Chained King? One? Plural? Multiple?
Look at you. You don't know shit, do you? One of those
Hindi.
people who lived wonderful lives. Figures.
Well, we've been through hardships of our own. What
Yeah.
about the Chain King?
And
You don't want to try us?
looking back, he looks back into the room downstairs. All the murdered friends. No.
Well, do you mind telling us why we are on the theory board? How do we how are we connected to the rest of the things that is on the board?
You saw the board. Saw who you were connected to. To Vivian.
Yeah. And the
To
vessel
Vivian via the Destreza dust element.
and Vivian is still here?
She's somewhere.
Because I thought I heard her voice.
You have any other questions? Go.
Just one more question. Where did you get this information?
Who gathered it?
What
Yeah,
this?
especially about these 5 people. I take out the notes and then
Not
show.
there's pictures, right?
Yeah.
Of course you're gonna take those.
Come again?
Of course, you're gonna take those as well.
Oh, well, because we want to do some investigations of our own. If we understand how we fit into all of this, then we can return this to you.
He talked to normal people like you and I. Talk. Stories get around. Especially about your endeavors. Seekers. We're just trying to find all the information we can. You are not the focus. And looks around at your party. Definitely.
What can you tell us about the people that are not here present? He, I guess, do we have the pictures out right now?
Yeah.
So I guess the people that are also on the board, but not us.
He looks down. Most of the people here left you guys. I know.
To go where? When? When did they leave us?
What do you think we're spies? Who do you think we are?
Masterminds? I think you're pretty smart to collect all this information. Very resourceful.
It's not exactly difficult when you're waving your name like you know, names. You are way more famous than you think. Get to go to the local bar and hear about you guys traveling to an unknown desert island, finding an ark. Not that difficult.
Yeah. But here's the difficult part. We actually never met these 5 people. I point to the other 5. And that is the one that doesn't make sense to us. And that is why we are taking this theory board, because we actually want to know how that is as well. We want to understand these things.
take it if you want. We can help you. They're just some people that we know is part of your party. So,
Do you know where these people are now?
no.
I mean, if they're part of us, people must have heard about them, but nobody talks about them at all.
I'm not. I
Latest
don't know
sighting,
everything
perhaps?
about this lady. I just telling you what I know. I don't know who these guys are, right?
Get
No, they're
inside.
part of your party.
Anybody inside? I
Yeah,
can't.
all
Oh
inside.
yeah, I can inside, so I'm gonna inside.
I'm actually
Oh
bad
no,
at
I
it.
can't
Everybody can
inside.
inside. What do you
I'm
mean?
not good at inciting.
I'm really bad at inciting though.
Like,
I
is he
think.
hiding, saying something that he doesn't want to say? Like, is he holding back?
He's certainly holding back, but what he's saying so far is the truth. Doesn't seem to have any reason to lie at the moment.
Mhm.
Lies, he dies. But again, there's no reason for him to tell the truth because there's a chance he might live if you let go. So
Well then, him with this the Chain King. What are his goals? Because if the Chain King is a bad person, then
what?
perhaps
You're gonna try to stop him?
maybe
Good luck.
stopping you guys from releasing him at least. Because this unit is a more the saying live and let live. Because we are actually more interested in the investigation that is pertaining our group. Well, if that does not concern the Chain King as a whole, then perhaps we can be on our ways. You can do your things, and we can do.
Yeah, we don't see a problem to like stop all of you. Honestly,
As long as you don't send assassins to attack us.
it's
You kind of
really
look at each other and look at you. Do we really look like assassins to you?
you look very
If
Well,
anything,
capable.
you're the monsters here.
but to reiterate, one of you did say kill them if they don't cooperate.
He just stays
But
quiet.
speaking of cults, have you heard of Eterna?
Shakes his head.
Inside. I need to know. Can I insight? Is
Do
it?
they
Is
have
it?
keys?
Sure.
Okay.
Wait, what?
If
Seems
they're
to be
lying,
telling
then
the truth. He was more like shaking his head nonchalantly.
no hickeys, right? Okay.
You can't see it because he's wearing heavy.
Mask. Okay. All right. Okay. So no, your cart doesn't have any affiliation with Slanash.
He looks at each other again and then just shakes his head.
Okay. I don't think they're the food we're looking for.
And who is the woman that gave them the command?
Looks down, looks around for a moment, like thinking. Jeez. A prof.
And you don't know your prophet's name?
It is a he?
She.
And what is the prophet's name?
I thought you have no concerns about what we're doing.
He clicks the revolver.
But here's the thing.
God.
If our deductions are correct, then the uh is the Chain King Andy's gourmand?
Kinda looks at you strange.
I don't think so.
Oh. Oh.
Huh.
Her name's LaRue.
Lulu?
LaRue.
Vivian
LaRue.
LaRue.
That's Vivian! Like a gothic elf, really hot. Wears all black. I assume that's where gothic is.
She used to.
Used to.
Not since you killed her.
So we did. Huh.
Can we go?
I look at the party. Any more questions? I'm good.
Just one more question about the books that is behind those bars. Can we have them? Can we take them?
My book? Go ahead.
I don't think they're the library.
All
You're
right,
not
go.
librarians here, right? That's like a whole nother thing. Librarians separate from yours.
Gonna grits his teeth. Yeah, separate.
Why is he gritting his teeth inside? Is he just frustrated or something?
Sure,
Like,
go ahead.
okay. Oh damn.
He's lying.
Oh, he's lying. So the library is part of the.
Ah,
Okay.
it's not. So I guess we shouldn't. Like this is just feigning not knowing that he's lying. I guess we shouldn't take the thing. If it's separate, J5, probably should just let them go. But hey, you know, as an insurance, maybe you should tell us your name. Oh, but then you can lie. Never mind. I don't need to know your name. Actually, but just give me a bit of your clothing.
So he looks at
I
you
don't
and
want the
goes,
whole robe, just like a piece of it's fine.
pulls out his dag. You didn't take his dagger, right?
No.
we didn't take anything from them.
Yeah, we don't take anything from them.
What do you mean? You took the coin and the
No, we
casting
didn't take the
focus and the
coin.
mask.
Yeah, we only took the mask and the
Ring.
the
rings.
necklace thing. Yeah. The rest of the
He
thing.
takes out his knife and cuts off a piece of his sleeve and tosses it on the ground.
Thank you. I'll pick it up.
Oh, and also, we found this note on the table
J5,
down
maybe
there.
we should just let them go. I don't think they would know anything about the note. Oh,
I-
wait, do notes just magically appear here?
No.
Well,
They don't care about the things that we care about. They wouldn't know it.
it's worth a shot. Perhaps they know. Well, thank you for answering our question. Friend Artyom, friend Kin, do you have any? Oh, and friend Heidi, do you have any? Do you want to ask them?
When did you reveal my name to them?
Well, well, I suggest you tell us more about this Chain King of thing that you were talking about.
Oh no!
Uh-huh.
How
No.
loud
Wait, did you suggest? You
Yeah, she got
suggested.
suggestion.
Oh my god. I just
How
realized
loud
that.
was the thing that J5 said, though?
What?
How loud did J5 say the names of the people?
Names of what? Who?
Well, he mentioned Artyom by name, which is a big no. So I think Artyom must do stuff now.
Oh no! Artyom, stop it!
No,
Hey
you
guys,
fucked it up. So, suggestion anyway.
the guy gonna look. I don't know about the Chain King that much, to be honest. What are you doing? Oh, it's okay. I think they should know. Chain King wouldn't say come to us, but we hear him in our lowest moment. Strength, fight, kids. Whoever betray us, like those who betrayed him. As far as we know, he doesn't care about us existence, but sought to give back thing that helped us in our darkest time. Because he gave us even more. Us, his prophet. Oh. Shakes his head like, what's that? Do they know they're under suggestion actually at the end of the suggestion? They don't, never mind. They doesn't say that.
I think we should just let them go.
They heard my name.
What do you mean?
Hmm?
What do you mean?
I'm here under a disguise. My name cannot get out of this room. And J5 so carelessly let it out. They walk away.
I don't even remember what he said, alright? When I get back home.
Insight.
Go ahead.
I'm doing this for his sake.
Oh no.
I mean, I'm gonna buff that as well.
Plus 5, so 23. Seems to be telling the truth with rules.
Oh no, don't want to kill this guy. I'll just say, I think they're telling the truth. Pretty sure all this panic did.
You fucking let it out. He
I
has 3
did.
shots.
I
That's 3 of them.
did.
Wait, did you shoot a
3 of
guy?
them. All 3 of them. Yeah. Keep lying my name.
Go ahead, roll to hit.
I specifically
Yeah, I'll
asked you
use a
not to
fate
mention my
point.
name.
I'll use a fate point and say whatever your fake name is.
Okay,
I
alright.
forgot.
Sure, okay.
Jeez.
What do you mean, jeez?
Oh,
I'm being reasonable.
Yeah.
Alright, we rewind that while we're still up. Listen, if this plan has been years in the making, if they know my name, it will ruin everything.
You're assuming that they know the people that you want to find. What is your fake name, by the way? I forgot. Like, I'm sure Ignis would remember.
Jean-Pierre.
Oh, yeah.
Jean-Pierre.
JP.
Okay.
JP.
Oh no.
Don't use that name either, because I don't want them to know my fake identity either.
I'll just say JP.
Don't. Don't even use that. Just-
God, jeez.
Rewind again. Okay, I won't say it. J. Don't say that. Rewind again.
Oh no.
Oh my
How
god.
am I supposed to address you, man?
Just don't use a name. How hard can it be? Just say guy.
Look,
dude,
you're
man.
talking to the 2 people who don't really lie all that well. Anyway.
The worst liars of the party. The two.
Look,
Okay.
let's just let them go. I don't think they'll serve as much threat, and if they are, we'll kill them another time.
Listen to me. If they get out, and my plans fail because I showed mercy here, they hell to pay. Do you hear me?
Well, but
Are you talking to us or are you talking to them?
Yes, to you.
Oh,
but friend. Friend. Oh, it's so weird. But they have been cooperative all this time. Maybe it's time for us to dub our
Variant.
plus we can deal with it when if they do decide to betray us or do harm to us, then we can deal with it when we get to it.
Yes, but by then my plan will have failed already.
then we make a new plan.
I have been formulating this one for 2 years.
Alone, right?
Yes, but friend, remember, there's always a chance that this guy has thing to do with you.
Plan, I assume.
Right? Right.
Yes.
Sure. I'm saying if my plan
Look.
fails because of this,
I'll whisper if
I
you
will
want
hold you
help to
accountable.
pay. I know where how to find them. It's fine.
I
Got
will
their
hold you
clothes.
personally accountable to anything that goes wrong as a consequence of this.
Rules
He
are
Spencer's the wall around and holsters it. Come on then, let's go.
They don't go forward because you guys are blocking the stairs right now.
I assume we make way. Come on.
You make way, and they
Uh,
gonna
as they
slowly
pass-
stick
As
to the
they pass
wall.
through me, I'm gonna say, we would like to apologize again for the things that we did back there.
Yeah, well, apologies won't bring back dead people. And they immediately run up the stairs, leaving you guys behind.
Alright. Should we return the things that they that we tore?
What,
Yes.
the masks?
No. The theory board.
No,
Why?
No.
took-
Okay.
we took it.
we want it.
All right. Sure.
Look, we lived them with their lives. It's good enough.
Yeah, we
Alright.
can keep studying it, maybe something will come of it.
You guys make your way.
We're such bad guys. I feel sleazy. Okay.
Okay, you done? Okay. Now, you guys make your way back.
I feel like we're the bad guys here.
You guys make your way back to the colored banner inn.
Mhm.
And as you approach, you hear. Ah, what's that?
What?
Oh no.
You heard what?
Just
Okay,
hear
I hear
noises
people-
coming from the inside.
Run in.
Let's go in.
All of you move in, and
It's your
the tavern is completely empty right now.
So
And
where did the
Sam?
voice comes from?
Maybe deeper. There is a door on the left that goes to where Miriam kind of stays, maybe, and then there's a stair that goes upstairs to your room.
Okay,
Okay.
well-
Can I from the ones that we heard at the screams that we heard at? Can I discern which way it comes from?
Straight on.
From the Miriam's room.
Yeah, maybe.
Let's go there then. Let's
Wait,
go.
who's Miriam again?
The innkeeper.
Innkeeper.
Oh,
So you go over to the door and you try to push it open, but it's locked.
Shoot the lock.
Shoot the lock, the door swings open, and you see Miriam standing in the room, and like looking afraid. What are you guys doing? I don't have any money.
wait, to us?
Yeah.
He I can't pose the question I want to pose because I know where you're going with this.
What would our
he
team do?
he lowers his weapon and says, "What is happening? We heard screams." No, wait, wrong accent. Sorry. What is happening? We heard screaming.
Wait, what screaming?
Yeah. And yeah, he lowers his gun. Stopped,
I don't like this
confused.
place. I don't like this place. I don't like this place. I want to go back to Quantico. Let's go back. Let's go back.
Wait.
If you
So
want
we
money,
going?
all the money is in the
M-
register.
mi-
Don't have anything
No,
else.
we don't want anything.
Miriam,
We're so sorry. We're so sorry. And
Miriam, something is happening. He puts the gun away. I thought I heard a noise, but I guess I was wrong. I'm sorry.
we heard like a scream, but I guess not.
He is lying to her. He doesn't remember a scream, so.
Yeah, I don't know
Fuck.
that you're lying.
Yeah.
Well, there must be a perfectly reasonable explanations why
Maybe we
would
should
shoot
get
down
out.
your door.
Sorry,
door.
Miriam. We'll leave you to it and go out. So before we start theory crafting in her room again.
I'm gonna repair. Yeah, I'm gonna repair her door.
Alright, so you go
We're,
over.
we're sorry again.
It was a
quick,
mistake.
Yeah?
quick glance. Is there anything in the room that's disturbed? Blood? Anything?
Investigation.
I have that. I can do that.
Yes,
Can-
indeed.
Can
you
I
can.
see if
What
there's anything out of place?
Can
Sure, go
I
ahead.
investigate as well?
Sure.
I just want to see. I won't investigate.
I don't know how I did that, sorry. Oh my
I'm
god.
gonna bump it up to 30. I don't care. I want to know.
I don't think I'm gonna +5.
You guys look around, try to see if there's anything. Ignis and J5, you kind of notice that for a person living alone, she has a lot of stuff. The room's pretty big, you know. There's like a master bedroom on one side, two-other room. For quick glance, this is quite a bit for just one person, basically.
It is
In
strange.
fact,
Maybe
you do see kind of like a painting of a family of 4 over the fireplace.
And not just as we close the door. Nice family you got there. I hope they come and visit you.
What family? Huh?
That
the
family?
people in the painting.
Oh.
Are they not your family?
No, they're not. I've never married.
Do you remember?
It takes down the photo.
But
the
don't they look
painting.
like you? Okay.
Maybe I remember. I asked someone to paint this for me. Just never was really good with people. Puts it down next to the fireplace. Anyways, good.
Inside. Does she really believe that?
Go ahead.
A fake family, Miriam?
I have done a lot of insight today.
16. She's not sure.
She's not
Miriam,
sure.
you did not pay someone to paint you a fake family. Is there something you are holding from us?
Well, I am 60 and still have not get married, so
That is perfectly fine.
maybe I did.
I too am 60, unmarried. There is no shame in that.
You're 60? You don't look 60.
He looks perfectly 60 with his disguise.
Oh, that's true.
Oh,
The disguise,
sorry.
yeah.
Well,
Disguise. I keep forgetting you're in disguise.
Miss
The accent.
Miriam, can you point us towards your bedroom, please?
Why would you want to go to her bedroom, J5?
Well, friend Ignis, if you haven't realized, this house is this house, is it a house? Can you call it a house, or is it?
Yeah, it's a house, I guess.
It's a
room,
suite?
yes.
This
Yeah,
house
it's-
is a bit too big for a person to be living alone.
I mean, why not if you have a big... I grew up in a big house.
And you're not living alone.
Yeah, I live with my mom. It's just the two of us, but it's a big house.
Artyom
I
rubs his head for a second.
I like large spaces. Don't have to squeeze around to do stuff.
Well, can we look at? Can we take a look at each?
No, it's my get out of my room.
So sorry
Artyom-
about my friend. Sometimes when he's too careless, he just forgets all common sense.
Artyom steps outside and takes out a cigarette and starts smoking
Yeah.
it
I'm just
while
gonna
rubbing his
grab
temple.
J5 out.
But
She
something is
closes
amiss.
the door.
Something does not
Oh, it
feel
works.
right. No.
I am forgetting things. I'm having memory gaps. This is not normal. He rubs his temples together and says, let's retrace our steps. We went into the tavern, got in, ordered a room. Miriam didn't have a key. How did we get into our rooms? I don't remember the path leading up to the room.
We don't.
You remember Miriam finding a spare key and then leads you up to your room.
I
So
thought
I
it was
remember her
his
leading
her
us up.
daughter.
Well, we don't remember that. That's the.
Oh, we don't. We don't. What's causing us to not remember things?
Okay. So okay. So out of game, we're having fake memories. Okay, that's okay.
I know, but I don't know how to let our characters
No.
know that.
But-
Yeah,
but-
exactly. Trying to
Yes,
balance.
yes,
I figured.
and add that to the fact that Miriam gives us a room that seems like to be occupied by some other tenant. There are other people's stuff in there.
Do we remember that?
Do we remember?
Yeah, you
that-
remember Miriam gives you a room, but like, oh, it's so messy, so she kind of cleans it up in like 5 minutes.
So we remember her cleaning that up. Okay.
And also, it is a mystery that when we get to the tavern tonight, we immediately shoot down Miriam's. What do we
Okay,
remember about
what
that?
do we remember from that? Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember something that caused you to break down. Maybe it's Miriam screaming? I think it's Miriam screaming. Yeah.
Do we? Is it? How?
But-
What is called?
but-
Is it
Yeah, but Miriam
magic?
said she wasn't screaming.
Yeah. Okay. So apparently, there's a lot of. Is it this place that's being haunted or something?
Yeah, do I know could a haunting do this?
Or I don't know, some weird magic stuff.
Go
Is Eterna here?
Arcana check, go ahead.
Me too.
Go ahead.
Oh,
I'm good at Arcana, can I reroll that?
Yeah,
Okay,
sure,
it's okay.
go
Just get
ahead.
it.
or you can, plus 5 me to
I
35.
think 30 is the highest, right? Can you
Oh,
can you
30,
get benefits
35?
above 30?
I don't know, weird.
I don't know, 30 is legendary, right?
I don't know.
You try to figure out. Not really, not as far as you know. Like, nothing can. If something's playing with your memory, you need a spell of sort to do that. That's not a thing.
Yeah, like modified memory.
Ponder and ponder, you begin to hear like rain falling down from the outside, lapping on the windows of the rooms.
Does your memory thing that you want to use in your brother, does it work on others?
Regenerate? I think that's more of a physical thing. If it's magic, greater restoration might help.
So, you guys return to your rooms, or what do you
I
guys do?
could just do it if it's really magic. Could spend like the last gold diamond dust I have to see if it's worth it.
Oh wait, hang on. Something.
No?
No, I want to check something. Never mind.
All right.
What?
Uh,
What?
I have a spell called Intellect Fortress. I was hoping it does
Ah.
something more than what I was hoping it would do. But never mind.
Yeah, it gives you immunity to psychic.
Okay.
Advantage.
Maybe if there are memory gaps here, it's either this place, maybe, or because do we experience it outside of this place? What about we don't remember anything from the way we make our way to the library, right?
What do you mean?
Yeah. Okay.
We walk to the alleyway and then we arrive at the. Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess that's what we remember.
Yep.
No weird crunching sound or whatever. Okay.
I don't
Yeah,
know what
no
you're
blood
talking about.
dripping, no crunching sound.
I know. I hate this so much. This is the whole gaslight thing. Okay. I
Well,
think.
I'm gonna take a look at Haley, friend
What?
Haley. Wait, sorry. Get that spell list now. Because apparently I know all the spells, right?
Yeah.
All known spells.
Cool.
What you call
The
standard spells.
yeah, and put thoughts, was it? Where you pull your thoughts or something? Yeah, wait.
You need to specify. You need to specify the thought.
Mm-hmm.
And
But
put
we
thoughts.
can't
with the
remember that
thoughts, wait.
thought.
Yeah, wait, that's one.
Look, I think we could just do a greater restoration on somebody so that they remember things.
The Harry Potter thing.
Like
Yeah, and
if
put thoughts in
things
the Harry Potter thing.
And
Harry
then
Potter.
there's the level spell thing that almost do the same. Detect. Okay.
Detect thoughts is detecting thoughts, so they don't pull thoughts out. But if you detect thoughts, you can pull that thought out with encode thoughts.
Vigilance. So, what do you guys want to do now?
If are you planning on doing anything else, like
Perhaps we should start writing a journal today. This
and what would that help us? Like if it's just gonna be gaps in memory.
No, he has a point. But I will.
Yeah, but that requires some time, right? Like
that is why Haley here has encode thoughts. Then she can instantly encode thoughts every time we meet a person. Or
but
oh,
it doesn't last very
every
long.
time
It only lasts
every
8
time.
hours.
Yeah, but
And we don't know who is gonna go missing or be weird out, right?
yeah, that is why every time, let's say, uh, we heard something, we meet new people or we heard something, you can just encode some of the thoughts. See, you remember the same thing?
I think you can only do that up to 3 times.
We can just write things on a piece of paper. It's not difficult.
It works the same.
Yeah, but if we write it down, take some time. But if you encode thoughts, it takes seconds to.
My
Why?
god.
We can write down a journal at the end of the day. But yeah, but if
Yeah.
something remember like the one that we had today, entered the tavern and for some reason we shoot down Miss Marianne's door. That is not normally what we do. There must be something that prompt us to shoot down her.
What happened is that we kicked down the door. Or
Got confused why we kicked down the door.
Yeah.
yes.
Is that what you normally do, friend Artio? You go into a tavern and kick down tavern owner?
I mean, okay, look. we can do it. I'm not saying no to that. Like, sure, we can do all of these things concurrently. I'm just saying it would take a while before, we can discern a pattern. Like, we're probably thinking a few days. I don't know if we have that much time. My suggestion would be more costly, but like, if it is a magic thing, then someone would remember everything at this moment,
Yes. We can always exhaust option. We can do greater restoration, or even regenerate. We can always do the encode thoughts and the general as well, just to be safe. Regardless, this is actually a mystery that we need to
They're
solve.
what? A mystery.
Yeah, this is a mystery that we might have to solve.
I
Some-
agree. It's just how do we solve it now? Okay, let's make a plan because we're throwing things out, but we're not putting it into a coherent plan. Okay, so we're just gonna do. I assume Haley, you know encode thoughts
Yeah.
now. You know. Okay, so just pull out the most recent event that happened. That there, at least that there is a Miriam.
No, friend Ignis. Whenever we meet a person, or whenever we take action because we were prompted by something. Let's say, for example, when we go down into the cellar this morning in the library, just pull a thought in for that.
Oh, difficult. I'll try to remember.
Yeah.
You're smart,
Don't worry.
Haley.
Maybe we'll
Yeah.
try to remind you when to pull a thought.
Alright.
And then and if we find something amiss, we can just and see if there's any discrepancies from the original thought that you have to the thought that you are currently having.
Alright.
That is the plan with the encode thoughts. But maybe perhaps if we can recover our gaps in memories, that would be better. And also,
Okay.
just as a reference, at the end of each day, we can all write down and see if we are forgetting anything else.
Okay.
Okay.
But what are we doing now?
Well, if you want to do a greater restoration, can you do it right now?
Yeah, I can do it once. I might need your help to make more diamond dust, but yeah.
Diamond dust, do I have that prepared? No,
Not
I.
today. I have
Yeah.
one use of diamond dust right now, but if we need to do more, I need your help to do more.
Okay, no problem, friend Ignis.
Okay.
There's always a hammer that can be can come handy.
I think the problem was it might
Yes,
reduce
that
the.
that is true, but it all depends on the urgency of the dust. The
It's
diamond dust
not.
is it.
I guess okay. Let's do it on one person. Let's see if it works, and if it's important, then we'll do it again tomorrow. Okay. Okay. So who's going to do it? Who's going
Yeah.
to be the one to remember?
Before that, friend, everyone remember Miss Miriam? Yes.
Yes.
Do we?
Yes.
Uh, so friend Haley, can you pull a thought on that? Save it somewhere.
Okay. Kind of pulls out her quill and kind of like writes the information down onto her book. You can see the book kind of glows for a bit. The writing glows for a bit before it solidifies into the pages.
Okay, then. Okay, there you go. Uh, friend Ignis, would you like to do the greater restoration
On myself.
on any of us?
Well, who's going to do it?
I can
Me,
do it.
you, or Artio?
Oh, greater
I'll
restoration. I don't have it
Yeah.
prepped.
No, no. On who? That's my question. On
Oh.
You said who will do
who?
it?
I suggest
Okay.
either me or you. I don't trust Artyom after he just said he wants to gun down people.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? That never happened.
That
It
happened,
literally
right?
never happened.
It didn't. No, you wanted to though. You said you were gonna kill them if they know your name, your actual name.
I was arguing my case,
You seem
which
like you would have done it. I'm just saying.
Okay, maybe do it on yourself first, Phoenix, perhaps.
Okay, yeah. If it's I'll do it on myself. Either me or J5. Because like no, I feel like it should be you because like if you remember stuff, you
Just
can
do
tell it to
it.
us better. Yeah, maybe you. Maybe you.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
while
Um
she's doing that,
Uh-huh.
Artyom's gonna go over to Besmertny,
Uh-huh.
open up his chassis. That's a word, right? And start tinkering with that. Now, hypothetically speaking, I don't know the level of sentience he has. He doesn't have a lot, but we have
No.
the whole backstory established thing.
Uh-huh.
Does anything get stored I could possibly get out of him?
I'd say no. The
No.
item doesn't do beyond the purpose that is described unless if you put it in there.
Yeah. And alright, he's gonna rewire some stuff in there
Alright.
anyway. Nothing mechanical, don't worry. Just
Uh-huh.
he's gonna do some stuff. Take a deep breath, exhale, close the chassis back up, and lean on the robot, and light up a cigarette.
Ignis. Focus on your spell on J5 and you try to find the ailment that you're looking for to try to remove. Focus. Focus. It's not there. Nothing is affecting him right now. It's not. No. There is no spell.
no curse, no
No.
anything.
Nothing.
Okay.
Are the things consumed?
Yes, the things are concealed.
God damn it.
So okay, we now know that it's not a curse.
Is it then but does it is it magical then? Like is it not magical then? Would regenerate help?
I mean, try.
Okay. At least this one doesn't cost me anything.
You put your
Um
hand on J5, focus on his memory, and you cast Regenerate. J5, you don't feel anything.
Mm, My new leg is still a new leg, right?
New leg is still new leg.
Okay.
so it's not magic, it's not brain damage. Then what is it? Why are there gaps in our memory? What is this? Can I do anything Arcana related like enema? What is this?
I don't know.
Okay. It's raining outside, right?
Yes, it is.
When we were walking outside just now, does the sky looks like it's about to? How was the?
It looked slightly cloudy. It only started raining when you were in Miriam's room. After you left
Okay.
Miriam's room.
Okay, so it's a normal weather thingy. It's not like
So
it's not like weird weather thingy. You know,
What?
when outside it was sunny, and when we
But
entered
what
Miriam's room,
day is
it's
it?
raining, right?
What day is it though? Is it
it
still
is,
Nakato 11 or?
it is still. Oh, it's Nakato 11. Yeah.
Okay.
It's Nakato level, Nakato 10, right?
It's past midnight already.
Oh,
Oh, okay, so it is 11. Man, we spent a lot of time in the library.
well, speaking of, maybe we can find books related to memory gaps in the.
What's causing memory gaps? I mean, if it's not brain damage or magic, what else is there?
You forget?
Forgetting does not work that way.
I mean, I don't think any spells can bring up something that I've forgotten, right?
Is there any?
Like, I don't remember what I had for breakfast this morning. I don't think the spells can bring it back.
Oh.
No. Is there any spell that can do that? No, right?
Not as
I
far
don't
as you
think,
know.
no, I don't think so. And we would know every spell there is.
Nope.
Okay.
Every spell in the standard spell list.
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
standard.
every spell there is that we know of.
Every spell that normal
I know
people use.
100 spell. I know all the spell that I know.
Yeah, I know all the spells that is written, in the textbook.
Yeah. So, what are
Okay.
you guys going to do now?
I'm gonna try to trace my memory back. Okay. What is the reason we go to Plotan again? Is it?
I don't
To-
fucking know, dude. Like, I
Yeah,
thought
yeah,
at first it was like
Is
kind of
it
like for
to-
Ruby, but like
Yeah, is
for
it
the
to
hunt.
find the cup that we thought is related to Eternal?
That,
Yeah.
and then because you found a file that tells you to go here.
Yeah. Okay. So okay. So that much is correct, right?
Yeah.
And we travel here with
Remy.
Remy, yeah.
Yeah.
And he has his people with him, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He
Good.
has let me see the list. I have the list. I
Alphonse,
remember.
Pascal, Charlene. Then there is also
And before one's missing.
Ariane and Koji.
Wait, who? Ariane?
Yeah, the gothic elf, the
Yo.
one that I was basing my appearance on.
I thought you designed that appearance just on your own. You thought it looked cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I remember we were we found a bed of flowers, right? With a chair in the
Yeah.
center.
Yeah, you found a
Okay,
bed of flowers and everything, yeah.
Okay,
Ignis
alright.
got cursed.
Okay, this got cursed, and then we dealt
and
with
then you
that.
dealt with that, and then you traveled
Yeah.
all the way down,
And then we found those bandits, right?
yes, you found those
Okay.
bandits, and then you guys scared them off.
Okay, and then we
And-
found that
Wait.
vampire, right?
The
Write this
vampire.
down. Write this down.
Okay, write this down.
yeah. I'm assuming your character will be writing this down. This point.
Okay.
Yeah, writing it
I
down.
hate this.
Okay, we found the
Uh,
vampire during the combat encounters. Two of the Remy's party members are kind of get down, right? One is the kid. What his name again?
I think it was Pascal.
Yeah,
Alphonse.
Pascal. Yeah, Pascal and
Yeah,
Remy
and,
himself, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Remy.
No, Remy never went down.
He went what now, but he went pretty low.
Yeah. Okay. 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 Wait.
Yes.
Okay.
What?
I'm trying to recall with my player memory. Okay. What does it has anything? I mean, what does Arian do during the
Who?
fight? Though?
Yeah.
She does
Oh,
nothing.
as a player, she was protecting someone.
Yeah, I remember.
She killed a couple of wolves or fought a couple of
Charlene.
wolves.
She
No,
was
no. I think you're mistaken. Charlene was hiding behind Kota.
that was after, but yeah, she was also doing that. But okay, look, what are we doing here? Why are we recalling these things and writing them down? Are we gonna do anything about it?
Well, finding this, normal people would find gaps in their memory. And sign up
Oh, what?
dementia.
Yeah, that's the use of regenerate. I can regenerate
should
your
help with dementia.
no,
Wait,
not
what?
health, but your
Should help.
body members that includes brains. That's how if because with dementia, it's brain cells that
Dying.
Yeah,
dying.
but that only usually affects one person at a time, not multiple
There's-
people at a time.
There is no way all of us developed it.
Yeah.
At the same
Yeah,
time.
I know, and I'm saying that I regenerated you, so if it is dementia, you would have remembered by now.
Yes, and then that is why we are trying to recall, so that if we find any other discrepancies in our memories, we can go back to this journal.
I mean, okay,
So that
sure. We're just writing everything down, okay? And then what?
Then you went to ferry.
And then do we go to sleep? Or do we go back to the library now? It's pretty late, actually.
no, maybe not now. Perhaps we should, you know, have a long rest.
That's a good
Okay.
idea.
Um,
I'll just keep that in mind. Uh,
I'm gonna send a couple messages before we do a long rest, though.
is Remy sleeping in the same tavern as us?
No.
No.
No, they're like on the other side of town or something.
Okay, so Remy's here to do business, right? He was trying to meet what's this?
Pair of inventor.
Yeah, another inventor, right? And he's setting up the meeting with us, right? Tomorrow.
Hopefully he will inform you the result of his meeting.
And I'm gonna write that down. Okay, I guess that covers everything. Is there anything you would like to remember so that
I
we don't?
detailed down all the things that happened today in my journal,
Alright. So you guys
but I
gonna go
can't
to bed?
remember at this moment of time. Yeah.
All of you guys get to your beds.
I'm gonna send a few messages.
Alright, who are you sending?
I'm gonna try you first. It's been about
Wait,
a
shoot
month
you?
since the last time.
just kidding, just kidding. Go on.
No,
Go on, go on, go on.
It's impossible. How many?
Alright, go on.
Say, hey, dear. I hope you can hear me. Found some disturbing info, not about war though. Do you remember Waheen?
Hey, no, not Waheen. Why?
Another one. Um, well, another one. Found some secret dossier by Empire. You're part of Team 23. We keep forgetting things, like memory gaps. Unsure what's happening.
Well, maybe you've adventured too much. I heard concussion can really mess with your memory. I suggest wearing a helmet or something. Just wearing just cloth like that is a bit, I know you're a spellcaster and all that, but
Another one. Did greater restoration, did regenerate, that should help with weird dying cells causing memory loss. But not magic, not brain damage. Don't remember.
maybe you just forget. Probably jot things down. Guess that would help.
I don't know why I'm explaining things to him. He doesn't
Really
know.
insightful, isn't it?
Yeah.
What'd you expect?
Yeah. Okay.
All the magical answers and everything, obviously.
Okay, I'm gonna send another one. Okay, Mana doesn't know. It's not magic. And so Mana probably won't know. But if it's not magic and it's not brain damage, what else would it be? Can I try and ask Cho?
Sure.
Who? No, I'm kidding.
No, stop.
I
You
actually
don't get to do
don't
that.
know Cho.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. One day you'll meet him, Artyom. Oh, sorry, don't say your name, Mom.
You want to gotta get
I
out?
should voice. I should voice.
I'm gonna do Cho. Cho, we're in Flotan, but we keep having memory gaps. There are other 5 of us and other things we don't remember. You know, not magic, not brain damage.
Maybe you want to write things down so you don't forget. Beyond that, not knowing it, I'm sorry.
Man, Cho is wise, but he also doesn't know. Okay, I'm gonna go to sleep. I'll try to at least.
Wait a minute.
Yes?
Yes?
Remember we read about the disaster,
Uh-huh.
and one of them has the ability to play with people's mind. I recall something about making mass panic, something like that.
I recall, yeah. One of them do.
That's what the one is Swifle, but that
Yeah,
one it changes form every time people see them, not memory.
not memory. Okay. Alright, alright. I was thinking maybe we are dealing with a disaster in Contact.
That could be a thing, but
We
why
are
is it in
dealing with
Flotan?
disaster conticle, or rather Infotown, but a different kind
Oh,
of
sorry, not in
disaster.
Contact. In Cordacon, in the
Artillery.
continent itself.
Corticon is the country. Okay, let's just go to sleep. Look,
In Artillery. Yeah, because Artillery is the only continent that hasn't found the disaster, right?
yeah.
Alright. So, guys, go to bed. Hopeful for a brighter tomorrow.
Before sleeping, Artyom writes down every single person he's come across in the last.
Basically,
I don't
write a
Last 2
story of
days.
today's experience, basically.
That works. Yeah. Good call.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like spare no details, right? Even about the party itself.
Yeah, yeah. Alright. So, you write all the information. And then, all of you went to bed.
Do we wake up?
You're dead. No.
Hate it when that happens.
J5.
Oh no! Oh no! What is this? Stop it!
You hear some noises coming from the main room. After spending some time looking at that theory board, you kind of feel a bit tired. And you hear kind of like struggling noises coming from the room where the mural was. So what do you do?
I'm gonna slowly peek my head outside, see what's the commotion.
You look outside and you begin to see kind of like blood smeared on the wall a little bit. Even on the giant mural, huge blood puddles collecting on the floor, mixing with the candle.
Write
And
it
then you
down,
see
write it down.
someone in the room. Can't quite make out the detail. Then you hear, and then you see this person immediately gets swept off her feet and it gets pulled into kind of like a hole in the ground by the looks of it. And you just hear J5! J5! Help! J5!
I'm gonna rush and try,
Yes,
pull her out of
Harkin.
the hole.
You rush over and you immediately hit something on your forehead. And Haley, what are you doing? I'm sorry. J5, wake up.
Wait, what? Wait, I
Oh.
look around.
Huh?
I'm still in bed, right?
Yeah, you're still in the bed.
Okay. And
Uh.
Haley?
Yeah, I was waking you up.
What?
I found something. It's by the looks of it, it's very, very early in the morning.
Okay.
Still raining on the outside. See Haley just standing over your bed.
Wait. Okay. What did you find? But before that, okay. Do I
Yes,
remember
I
anything
know.
from the quote unquote dream that I had?
It's a dream. Kinda remember. You know, dreams. It's after when you wake up, it starts to like get a bit
Get
foggy.
hazy, right? Okay, alright, okay. It's maybe one of those, vivid dreams that people are talking.
Right.
Okay. I'm gonna wake up and then. What is it? Lee? What did you find?
Found something. Oh, your head's so hard. And she walks out of the room, or still rubbing her temple.
Yeah, well, friendly that comes with it's like hitting door or a wall or even a table.
Yeah, I forgot you're a warforged sometimes. Come here.
Don't worry,
What?
put some cold ice on it and subside. Don't worry.
Where are we going to get ice over here, J5? You have a ray of frost you can just blast in my head. That'll be great.
That will not be great. Ray of Frost is a damaging spell.
Anyways, come with me. You guys come out to
Okay.
the hallway, and you realize all the doors to the rooms are now open.
Okay.
Over here. Gonna
Just
guide
J5?
you. Yeah, just
Yeah.
J5. Can't sleep last night after the whole thing. Just you look at the rooms. It seems like all the doors have been lockpicked.
Wait,
went
did you
through
do all this? Friendly?
Yeah.
But why? Isn't didn't you say that you don't steal from normal people, you only steal from assholes?
I mean, I'm not stealing. Look at that. The items are still there. Quite a lot of the room have items in them.
Okay.
Went to the big room here. I found this. Kind of like guides you to the third floor,
Okay.
to like one of the more fancier room, and one of the rooms at the very end. You can see the doors. This door has not been lockpicked. Seems to have been been fucked. Like someone bashed it with a mace or something. It's fucking destroyed.
Is that what you're doing, friendly?
Yeah, that one's a bit hard. Ignore that. I'm not a rogue. Okay, I'm
Your
not
voice
King.
is being weird.
But
No. Don't look at that. Look at that. Kind of turns your head, and
But-
you
but
immediately see.
I turn around for a bit, but opening all this
no,
door are weird as
no,
well,
turn-
friendly.
Turn back. Turn your head to point to a
Okay.
certain direction in the room, and you immediately see kind of like paper strewn about, stacks of books all over the place, and you can see a very familiar looking theory board. It's like plastered on the wall with the paint with kind of like a sketch basically of the Chain King at the center, and then you can see the lines connecting to various people.
Okay.
It looks very, very similar, except you see kind of like S connects to 12 people. Then 5 of them has a line that goes to. Sorry. Sorry, no. You would see there would be kind of like a different location of the map where there are images of people and notes and then images of someone, and then all of them are connected to a giant question mark.
Wait, let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. Okay, so the theory board, it's almost the same, right?
Yep,
The
almost
one
the
you
same.
found.
Yep.
But the section where the S group. Yeah.
The S group still has the 12 images and everything,
Okay.
but there is a separate section basically with
Okay.
images of people that you've never seen before, and all
Okay.
of them are connected to a being with to an image, to a sketch at the center that just have a large question mark,
Question mark.
and
Okay.
then the question mark has a line towards the Chain King.
Question mark. Okay. And all the people that is connected to the question mark, how many are there?
That's like 30 people on there.
30 people. And I've never met any of them.
Never met any of them.
Okay. Okay. Alright. Friend Haley, whose room is this?
Oh, breaking into rooms. Not
And
this.
so,
Thought you
so
would wanna know.
so you break into this room because you were unable to.
Oh, I broke into all of the rooms. This one's a bit hard. Someone reinforced the lock or something.
Okay.
Oh, and you can see her eye glows for a bit, and she
Uh-huh.
turns to the door. Yep, that's what I thought.
Arcane lock, was it?
Yep, arcane lock. I forgot about that.
So the people that is living here could be no, but if they were part of the cult, then they would have the same theory board. But this one seems separate. Maybe an investigator that is investigating the same thing as the cult. I look around the room. There's a bunch of paper right on the floor.
Yep, a bunch of
Can I pick
papers,
some of them?
books.
Yeah.
Yep, you pick some of them. It seems to be kind of like a day-to-day journal.
Okay.
It seems to detail this guy going to talk to a person, and then talk to a different person. Seems to just to get to know, just trying to befriend them actually. But he's writing every detail of their backstory and everything.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then at the very end, it has a note. Remember, don't forget.
Oh. Huh. Seems like this guy is having memory caps as well. Okay, I'm gonna keep that note, and then I'm gonna keep looking. Yeah, keep rifling through all the notes and the books, trying to find out at least who does this room belong to. Maybe we can.
You look through for a bit, trying to find if there are anything that would say who this is, but then you kind of find in some of the note piles, at the very end, there's always a signature. You kind of recall the signature is similar to one you've seen before. Then now you can actually read the signature properly. It says Caleb Wanderlust.
Oh, oh! This is the guy that. Oh, okay. This is the guy that left the clue that led us here. Remember Friend Haley in the hut?
Yeah,
So this is his room, but he must be here, right?
okay.
I take a look around. Okay. Is the bed made up? No?
No. It is
No.
very messy.
Okay.
On the table, there's a lot of takeout foods.
Okay. From the takeout foods, can I deduce how long has it been there?
Good question. You figure out maybe like 2 weeks or so.
2 weeks. 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Out of player wise, we forgotten about Caleb for longer than that, right?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Okay. All right. Okay. So 2
You
weeks.
can definitely see the food in there has been like rotted quite a bit.
Yeah. So, but it's not has been months, right?
What, the rotting food?
Yeah, the rotten food. I
Oh,
mean,
certainly been months there. Certainly.
okay,
Wait, not months. Maybe a month.
a month. Okay.
I
But you
mean,
said the recent
took a
one,
month to come here.
the recent one was about 2 weeks ago, something like that.
No, there seems to be 2 weeks worth of takeout food. That's what I'm
Ah, okay,
saying.
2 weeks worth of takeout food. So he's been here for 2 weeks at least. But yeah, no one has come and cleaned this room for about a month, something like that.
Yeah.
Huh. Perhaps we should meet Miss Miriam. Do I know who she is?
Yes.
Okay. Perhaps we should meet Miss Miriam because if the person is, has checked out, then she must has come here have to come here and clean this room, right? But it seems like
Hey, a
she's
record or some sort.
yeah, but she seems to be leaving this room alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, she might have a logbook that she kept around. We can see.
Yeah, sure. You can do the talking.
Okay, but first let's oh no, okay. Perhaps we should call the artist as well. You know, take a record of this theory board that we
Oh,
found.
yeah.
The
That's
new
a good
information here.
idea. Ah, I'm so sleepy.
Just gonna call them earring.
Oh,
Friend Ignis, it's time to wake up. Hello,
if you whispers in your hearing, yes.
hello, Friend Ignis.
Uh,
We found some clues.
Ignis, it's
oh,
time to wake up.
oh my god, what is oh my god, what the heck? Am I in another dream world?
Oh, Friend Ignis, it's J5 from the earring.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Well,
Come
I'm
on,
up.
to the room upstairs. I'm gonna take a number of the rooms are numbered, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Go to this
Hey,
room.
do you want me to bring Artyom?
Yeah, bring him along. We found something big, something huge.
Okay. Artyom, wake up!
The door opens, Artyom steps out, fully dressed and ready.
Oh, yeah, already.
Do you sleep in that?
Yeah, man. You gotta lighten up a bit sometimes. Jeez.
He carries the smell of cigarettes with him as he walks. Bags under his eyes might reveal he's not necessarily sleeping much.
Okay,
So
let's
he
go.
drifts to-
J5 asked us to go upstairs, so
Sure. I was just doing some late night working. Let's go.
Alright. Both of you get back upstairs where Haley is kind of like nodding off a little bit, like leaning on the wall while waiting for you guys. And you see J5 staring at a theory board, a pile of papers, and a bunch of rotten food.
Bless you.
did you order all this food while we were asleep? J5, I thought you don't eat.
No. Listen to this. Look at this theory board.
Okay.
Same one that we found before, right?
Yeah.
But there's an addition part to it. You see this? This list of people and that big question mark that leads to
Okay,
the
okay.
same thing.
So does that mean like there's a big perpetrator that's doing this? And it's not magic person?
Yes, perhaps. Maybe this is the prophet that they are talking. The person that we met before.
Vivian?
No, maybe, perhaps.
But Vivian's on this board too.
Is Vivian on the board? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's not Vivian then.
No, I
Caleb on
don't-
the board
It is something else.
I'm sorry.
Something that is connecting all of them.
is
But the thing
Caleb on the board.
is, this theory board
Caleb's not on the
is
board.
Kane's not on the board. Okay.
Caleb.
Caleb's okay. Caleb's not on the board. Okay. But hear this up. This theory board, while it looks similar to the one that we found, but this theory board is owned by someone else. Look at this signature. I
Caleb.
show them the Caleb's Wanderlust signature. This is the same one that we found in the hut, in the invisible hut back in Quarter Call.
Okay, I mean that makes sense. His notes led him here, I assume.
Meaning he reached here,
And
and
then
judging from the food that is left on the counter, he stayed here for about 2 weeks,
and then
and
he disappeared.
something like that. But the room was being left like this for maybe at least a month.
So he disappeared at least a month ago. We took a month to get here, basically. So was he here while we were getting here?
Maybe. Don't know, dear. Maybe.
No, again, all those things I give you are estimates.
Yeah, at least
It's
a month.
more than 1 month.
Yeah, at least a
least
month.
2
Oh, okay.
weeks. Because the guy could have thrown older foods.
Yeah.
The food could not get any rotten than it is currently right now, unless it
Ah.
disintegrates.
I mean, it could
But
be
here's the
rot.
interesting point. If this room is already empty, assuming that this Caleb Wanderlust character lives here for 2 weeks and checked out, he wouldn't leave all his belongings here. And Miss Marianne would had come here and clean up this room. And I look outside.
Yeah, I mean,
Are all the
I
rooms that Haley
assume-
opened, looks like they have occupants in it?
Most of them have occupants.
Yeah. And look at all of these rooms. Most of them seem to be occupied, but there's no one there.
So he disappeared. That's the only explanation I can think of right now. He disappeared, but he leaves all of this here.
Yeah, maybe.
Where did he
Maybe
go
he
then?
was on the he's on the run. He's being chased by something. Because there's this note. Remember, don't forget. This Caleb Wanderlust is having the same memory gaps as we did.
Oh,
There is a pattern of rooms being occupied while being empty at the same time around this tavern.
Maybe
but is it
not
just
just
this
this tavern.
tavern?
Yeah, perhaps we should investigate other taverns as well.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah. So maybe we should,
So, like,
complete
do we
a long
know
rest.
if this Caleb guy is a good or bad guy? Because I want to look for loot.
I mean, if you know, oh, I didn't know about the arcane lock. I wasn't here. Well, I mean, he had like a mansion and stuff, like a hidden house,
Yeah, he had a hidden house on the outskirts of
which
Contemplor.
is apparently
And
his.
in front of
So
his
Very bad then.
in front of his house there are 2 graves. Maybe he's not a good person.
And he probably
mean,
left
if-
this tavern without paying his bill, right? He offers a joking remark.
Oh yeah.
And he
too
takes
close to
things.
to process it.
And he eat takeout. Who does that?
what do you mean takeout? It's we eat takeout. What do you mean? We eat takeout. People who eat takeouts are not bad guys. What are you trying to say, J5? It's not like you cook.
Alright.
Jeez.
In that case, I'll do my usual lunch and loot. Well, not lunch, breakfast, I guess. Breakfast and loot. Let's go.
Well, perhaps Miss Megan has a record for when the last
Alright,
checked into this tavern.
you guys go down. I'll be here.
Loot.
Oh, also,
Haley, share
perhaps
your stuff.
friend Haley, perhaps whenever you are feeling a bit down, let's not lockpick or break down other people.
Oh,
That would
well,
be-
I was sleepy, alright, and I was suspicious. And like, is there any other rooms that are like this? That like ours, you know?
I mean, let her have some harmless
It
fun.
is for the greater good. See, if I
Yeah.
didn't lockpick, we wouldn't know about this.
Exactly.
No,
Just
but
don't lockpick when you hear like heavy breathing sounds.
Sorry, what?
Nothing.
What?
What? What did I say?
Oh no, did you lose memory
is
again?
that another memory gap? Well, okay. Friend Haley, perhaps you would like to take out another encode another thought about this. Perhaps
Oh,
let's not forget about this moment.
all right. Pulled out her book and begins writing as well.
Okay. What time is it? Do we have the long rest?
Ah, yes, you would have your.
Yeah, let me switch over. Let me go down and have break.
Do you need any spells from
Dude,
me then?
are you okay?
Sorry,
Jeez.
Artyom?
Good. I'm good.
I was just asking Farid if he needs any spells from me then.
Preparing
If you
spells.
need me to have prepared anything.
I think. I
Okay.
think I'm good, right?
Wait, what about me? Do I need any spells? Let's see.
Yes, let me look through stuff.
All right.
We need locate creature. Maybe we should.
What
Nah.
else can I unprepare? We need alarm. We don't need alarm.
Dude, do you have like a Obamato or something? Like, geez.
Something is stuck on my throat.
Or,
I
you
can
know,
see
do you
that.
need water? Or
Yeah, I should drink some water.
it looks like it's more like a cough starting up rather than, you know, something stuck in your throat.
Something stuck on my throat. Don't worry. There you go.
All right.
I'm fine now.
Okay.
I can't.
So you guys go down to meet Miriam. Miriam kind of looks at you like, not gonna break down any doors anymore, right?
Oh, you know about that.
No more than me.
Thanks back
don't worry,
to
Miss
the
Miriam.
lockpick
This unit
doors.
can repair all damaged doors.
Right. Wow.
However, we do find something
You do find something what?
disturbing.
Oh,
Do you keep any logbooks of the people that is living in the tavern?
I do. But if you're
Perhaps.
asking to see it, that's not for people. Look at.
Nah, don't worry. So you can look at it yourself. Take a look at your logbook.
Huh? Looks at the logbook.
Okay, there are people checking in.
Yeah.
Do you
Do they
remember?
check out? Do they ever check out?
Oh.
And all of those rooms upstairs, except from ours, are empty.
But they have stuff in it.
That can't be. Huh. No, it says here it's supposed to. Huh.
Supposed to?
You see?
Gonna go.
Disturbing, right?
One moment. She kind of goes upstairs to look at the room.
Haley, did
And
you lock back all the doors? Please say you did. Come on.
She knows that we take people's doors
Oh
down.
no.
I did.
Okay, I trust you.
After a while, she comes back down. How did you know this?
That because the inn was too quiet and there's no one here for breakfast.
Kind of looks around. Well, it's because you're the only guest at the moment.
We are also investigating something about a memory loss phenomenon.
And like
Maybe you've heard of it.
Oui.
people disappearing out of nowhere.
Ignis, that is not the point of our research. We are merely two scientists doing research.
Well, that's what I want to know.
Well,
What?
I guess I'll
Do you
clean
know
our
if other
streets.
inns are experiencing this again? This kind of thing?
I mean, I did heard Deborah saying that people are leaving stuff in it when they're checking out. So
But they checked out. As in they properly came to the front desk and um give the key back.
yes.
Do
Does she
you
look
remember?
unsure or
She is definitely unsure.
Well, maybe perhaps we should, ask this Miss Deborah as well. But there is one thing that is we are interested in. One of your guests would be by the name of Caleb Wanderlust. Is it on your list in your logbook?
She looks at the logbook. No, no, it doesn't seem. Oh,
oh?
yep, yep. Here it is. Very long time ago.
How long?
Hmm.
Let me just look back at my notes, will ya?
Would it have been at least 2 months?
Because
it was at least 2 months.
maybe 2 seasons ago.
2 seasons.
Oh, that long?
What? That
Oh,
long?
wow.
I mean, last season's basically a nothing burger, You didn't do much in the last season.
Oh, you mean like season as in our
Our show season, yes. Because, surprisingly, I don't write dates on me
Damn.
notes.
Be better, dear. Jeez.
Okay. See?
Let's see, Idol of
the-
Resilience. Okay, maybe not season 4.
Perhaps we should report this as a missing people. Because if people is going missing,
Well,
should
it
be
could
thinking about
be, travelers. They just left and get to check out or something. Not entirely. Not like it's never done before.
yeah, but do travelers really leave or check out?
Don't know. I really don't know. You?
Well, we are travelers and we can tell you that we don't leave our belongings behind when we check out.
Our
Because
stuff are very precious
Yeah.
to us. It's gotten through hard work.
plus we might need them to survive out in the road.
Then, well, if you want to report it, then go to the enforcer's outpost and then report.
Well, can you do us a favor then? If you find anything that is out of the ordinary or seems weird with going on with your can you tell us?
Sure. Not
Like
that
physical
old yet,
things
but
don't
sure.
add up,
Yeah, things don't add up. Like the guest in your inn, in your tavern.
I'll let you know.
Okay,
Thank you for looking.
All right.
So what's next?
No.
How do we follow this thread of information or lack thereof?
Does Artyom notice an injury on Haley's face, by the way, from being decked by J5?
I'm sorry?
Does Haley have a visible injury from being decked by J5?
Yeah, there's like a bump on her forehead right now. Very minor bump, but doesn't escape your eye.
What happened to your head, little one?
Oh, tried to wake up J5 and he headbutt me. Hurts.
J5, why would you do that? Oh, sorry, I meant to say, ramen guy, why would you do that?
Are we in our disguise? I don't
I'm
think
not in my
so.
disguise.
Oh, Okay, sorry. No, then J5 is good. Yeah, okay.
Well, it comes with having long rest. Perhaps sometimes you get dreams, and sometimes when you dream, you move your body.
You can dream.
Oh, I thought
Could
you
this?
study Warforges.
I don't. No, I don't study Warforged. Wink. I swear.
This is hard.
Oh yeah.
Move away
Yeah.
from Miriam. Fluster around.
Yeah, right.
Speaking of,
Do Warforged have
I
dreams?
am not sleeping, right? I am.
You are hibernating.
Yeah, I am hibernating. Does that counting as sleeping?
Nope.
Ah,
So J5, well, you were quick to write things off as a dream. What happened in your dream exactly?
I do remember all the details, right?
You remember? I thought you said it was foggy.
It was
I couldn't
foggy.
recall.
It was foggy. This unit remembers something about the theory board, and then there's a commotion outside, and someone being swallowed into
Into the what?
the ground.
Where?
Outside. In the
The outside is vast. Day 5.
but perhaps in the hideout, in the cultist hideout, in the main hall.
Shall we retrace your steps? Maybe you'll remember something along the way.
Yeah, we can always go there. This unit is always planning to go there as well. If we can get those books.
Do you have the things you need?
Well, this unit have the spells prepared.
Maybe we should adopt different disguises this time. Just people, citizens. It's nothing
I
extravagant.
rely on J5 to disguise me.
Well, you
Yes.
guys can go ahead. I think I'm gonna, look through Caleb's stuff, and then I'm gonna go to bed. Just
Yeah.
Oh yeah, perhaps can you find?
Just
Oh,
make sure we remember you. I'm scared.
I will he put his hand on Besmerny and without a word gives him the order to stay with Haley and protect her.
Oh, I mean, you don't have to. I can take care of myself.
I understand you can. I don't doubt for a second that you can. Just it's
Precaution,
always
you know?
nice to have an extra pair of eyes that don't sleep.
Also, I think Kane appreciates that.
Pat on the head of Besmetny. If anybody comes near her and attacks her, while she is asleep or not, rip their spines off. Yes, yes.
Oh, it's fine. Pat.
Right, let's go.
oh wait.
Yeah?
Wait. Something I remember about my.
Oh.
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 Oh,
Oh.
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 What?
Wait.
Хорошо,
Please
хорошо.
stop waiting. Just say
but
Wait.
and
I
However-
have get out, right? I have get out.
you have what?
Oh,
Yeah, you have
okay.
cat. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at command cluster, but where is it? Where is it? Not spell list. The website is loading. So
the Dandy 5 EVT dot is not great.
perhaps before we head out,
Uh-huh.
should we take a look at Caleb's theory board? Find out
Good
more
idea.
about the 30 people that's connected to question mark.
That sounds like a good idea.
Sure, but what else are we gonna find out?
Just so you know, you literally just glaze over the information. You literally haven't dived in
Oh,
to any
okay.
of the information at all.
Okay. I thought we did. Okay, okay.
No. All right.
Okay.
So you go back
Okay, so
to Caleb's board. Haley's over there trying to like look under beds or something, and he can like, nice, a wand. What's it in your pocket?
A wand? What is it? What wand is it, dude?
I don't know.
Here.
Want to identify it?
I
Just
bet you.
found it.
I'm not a wizard.
Oh, give me a sec. I'm finding some stuff down here.
Okay, okay, okay.
Staff.
Wait, what?
What?
staff.
Staff?
Leans it over.
Oh,
Oh,
maybe
stuff under the bed. crawls
Oh,
crawls
stop.
under the bed.
Oh my god. Haley is-
maybe this Caleb character is a wizard of some kind.
I thought we already knew that.
Potions! She tosses a
Potion!
vial of potion.
Oh, what is it? What potions are they?
Potion of healing for sure, that one.
Ah, yeah. We need
Come,
those.
come on. Let's not get distracted. Let's go investigate
Okay.
the
You
board.
You look at the board and you try to see if there are anything that is different.
Yeah,
compared
the
to what
board
you know.
and also the notes, try to
Yeah.
match the notes
So,
and the people. we
from what you can see, this one over here is less. The writing is less academic. Like you can see, like images. Usually, images connect to pages, connect to another image. The pages is more self notes rather than an excerpt from a page or something. Compared, the one in the cults area was more like an excerpt from a page, while this person's theory board is more like personal notes. For example, it shows the Chain King connect to a note, patron of connects to Vivian. And Vivian, a part to a note, a part of connects to member of the Joy of Hunger. Then you look around, you see Vivian line in relationship with Kane.
Makes
And
sense.
then
Tracks.
so you can see like the notes are more personal, basically just to show guidelines of what he knows. So he doesn't have like concrete detail. It's more just something to remind the person.
Yeah, but I'm more interested about the 30 people that we do that is connected to the question mark.
Yeah, you look to the people. You actually recognize two of them now. Now that you think about it, two of them. You've seen the pictures of two of them inside Miriam's room.
Hmm.
An image of the quote-unquote husband and one of the child.
From Miriam's room?
So
So
there's
they
the image.
disappeared too.
The image is like an image of two, like a parent and two child. The image of Miriam's husband, quote unquote, is there, and then one of the child is there.
So these people went missing, and them missing could be connected to what's making
The
us
king.
forget,
Yeah.
which
And you can see on
means
each person, you can see there is a note of like a short excerpt of their backstory, and then a second page that describes, I don't know this. This person is only a figment of imagination from Miriam. The next page.
Hmm.
Then you can see the notes are connected to the person, and you can see like some parts of their backstories are kind of like underlined for a bit, underlined, and it's sort of connected to like all of the underlined section are connected to one more note that says access points question mark, and the access points have like sewer tunnels, incomplete construction, catacombs question mark.
catacombs. There's a catacomb outside in this city.
Not as far
Underground.
as you know of.
Yeah. Looks like underground, right?
Yeah, that's basically all the information got. As Haley says, "Whoa, coins!"
How much? Ella, how much? Tell us what you found.
Oh, you're actually waiting. 1 second, I can't count. Wait, I'm finding some more.
I like that we're just, finding things out, and Hayden's just rummaging around this room like a child on a scavenger hunt.
Okay. Okay. So it made things clearer. Okay. So the question mark might be an event, right?
Which one?
The question mark, the question mark that is connecting that is connected to the 30 people, right?
Yeah.
Might be an event,
I thought
something,
it could be a person or
yeah.
something.
Event, thing, person, object, creature, something. We don't know. Okay, so what we do know is two of the we've seen these two people in Miss Miriam's room. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Go
but
on.
Miss Miriam said that she had someone painted that for her, right?
Yeah.
Because she was living alone.
And she wasn't sure when she said that. Like, she also doesn't
Yeah.
believe her own words.
But if you were to believe this Caleb Wanderlust theory board, these two person might be an actual person. which
Yeah. I
might
assume they are.
which might be closely connected to Miss Miriam. But she's having gaps in her memory that make her forget about these two people.
Yeah, I assume whatever this big thing is what's making us forget. Or not forget, but more like the reason behind these people's disappearances, at least.
Yes. And then
And
there's
as
this
a result
excess.
of them disappearing, they also disappear from our memory.
Yeah, and then there's this access points saying two or something like that. Why don't we go down and check on maybe the different taverns and maybe look around. Do they have nearby sewer entrance to them?
Sure, why not? Let's
More
go.
gold.
Yeah.
Are you done with your scavenging, Haley?
Nope, I'm 10% there.
What? How many things are there? This is a small room.
You have to think. There are many places to hide.
Well, Haley, we're gonna go on an adventure. You wanna hunt some monsters or something? Experience points.
Same thing. I'm so sleepy.
Wow,
It's 48 hours in a day, you know?
wow. No, that's 2 days.
Nah.
Kane, look at your sister.
Haley, go to bed.
Just
Oh.
just to be safe, friend Haley, do you know arcane law?
I think you don't.
Hmm.
A thumb
But
straight
you're a
book.
pretty good lock person, right? You can reinforce a lock, I assume,
Yeah,
just as
just
well
melt
as
the
you can
lock and
break
then you
it.
can't break it, come in anymore.
Then how are we gonna come in? How are you gonna leave? You're not gonna stay here
Teleport or
forever.
something.
Oh, jeez.
I don't miss this step. I can do that.
Yeah, but you need to see outside.
And she could just
Can
leave,
mend the
sits on the
lockback.
floor. And oh yeah, mending. That's a thing I don't have any. Study up on that. All right, mending.
Okay, you'll be fine,
I
Haley.
hear
You're
it.
you're smart enough. Okay.
You stay with Besmirtney. You make yourself safe. Don't die.
I'll identify all the things when you get back. Don't fight things without me.
But that's kind of impossible now, is it? If they're gonna attack us.
Well, you
I'm
know.
gonna write on my note. We left Haley to rest.
Akane's not gonna like this, but we'll see next session. As you guys leave the town, try to figure out what's underground and maybe even steal some books. We're gonna end our session here because I think this is a good
So we're
point.
gonna go to the catacomb.
No
I thought library.
cliffhangers.
Ah, what? Sorry.
Are,
I know.
are we going to the library?
Well, that's for you guys to decide. I just want to stop here because Kate
Yeah.
might want Haley to join instead of leave. Just
Yeah.
want to put it out there. So, I think this is a good stop to end for now as the party leaves to figure out more regarding what's going on in the city. I'm gonna stop here. We'll see you guys next week. Figure out what the hell's going on with this. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.